If it's Friday and it's 5 o'clock, there's only one song that matters. Loverboy's 1982 happy hour anthem, Working for the Weekend.
I gotta say it, Loverboy's Working for the Weekend was a great song.
At the weekday, work for the weekend. Wear some really tight nut hugger jeans and sing your ass off.
A great record cover. Remember the back of that? Leather pants, holding fingers like this across the buttock.
Loverboy kept cranking out hits for most of the 80s, but in the early 90s, sales slumped.
Record companies were looking for new and exciting genres of music. Radio stations followed suit and stopped playing a lot of our records. And instead of getting all weird about it, I just said, whatever. I'm just not going to go on tour right now. If people don't want it, that's fine. I can deal with that.
These days, Mike Reno fronts a revamped Loverboy lineup, and he's happy to be working weekends.
We've been doing 100 shows a year for the last 14 years. It's really fun what we're doing, and we're not taking it too seriously. You know, we know who we are, we know where we've been.
And 20 years later, Mike still gets asked about those leather pants.
I got a pair of red leather pants still, same size. Instead of 32, 36, they're 36, 32. That's the only difference.
Hi, I'm Jack Hughes.
Hey, I'm Nick Feldman, and we're Wang Chung.
In 1986, Everybody Have Fun Tonight introduced the world to a new verb.
I didn't know how to Wang Chung. I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I think that you have to be a guy to Wang Chung.
What if you had a whole evening of Wang Chunging it and you're kind of like, I can't Wang Chung it anymore? I'm so sore.
In the world tonight, I hope it's safe and sound.
Heavy on the synth, and even heavier on the strobe effect, the song's video became a staple on MTV, even though it was banned in England for giving kids seizures.
Certain epileptics can induce a fit, and it can make people that are feeling a little seasick barf. Those sound like good reasons to do it to me.
Does it make you feel a little queasy when you watch it? Like, you know, it's so fast-paced. You thought about it?
By the late 80s, Wang Chung's fame had flickered out, and Jack and Nick quietly faded from the limelight. In 2005, the guys reunited to blow the roof off NBC's Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Drove a million miles to be in Los Angeles tonight.
The vibe was so good, they're working on their first album since the 80s. That means there is more Wang Chung yet to come.
From what I hear, the kids still like to Wang Chung all these years later. So, best of luck to them.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown.
With beats so slick it was almost criminal, My Perogative made Bobby Brown the king of R&B badassery.
They say I'm crazy. I really don't care. That's my prerogative. I don't care what you're saying to me. I'm gonna do what I want. Actually, it's like all of you.
Prerogative is just telling people to leave me alone. If you can't say anything good about me, don't say nothing at all.
We got a new vocabulary word, and none of us knew what prerogative meant. I mean, just keep it real.
Nobody can tell me what to do. It's my prerogative.
Fresh out of New Edition, Bobby stunned old school fans with his edgier sound, funky-ass fashion, and truly inspired air humping.
He was like this. I'm not doing this cheesy R&B candy girl stuff anymore. I'm Bobby Brown from Beantown.
But in the last decade or so, Bobby's talent has been eclipsed by his lengthy rap sheet and his marriage to Whitney Houston, chronicled in the reality show Being Bobby Brown.
When I say Bobby, you say Brown. Bobby Brown.
Today, in his late 30s and newly single, Bobby continues to do things his own way.
Bobby hasn't really changed that much. I'ma do what I want to do. It's my prerogative.
No one can tell me what to do, baby.
After all that 70s disco, what 1980 needed was a cleansing dose of good old rock and roll. And the Romantics' What I Like About You was just what the doctor ordered.
Awesome. What I Like About You to me is the real deal. It sounds young, brash, and it has the element of Devil May Care.
It captured the real raw energy of great early rock and roll.
It's really kind of drum heavy, great at sporting events.
What I like about you is like the song that they play the second like a team calls a timeout. I feel like that's the way they wrote it. They were like, all right, we're gonna infiltrate the very elusive NBA timeout market.
When What I Like About You came on, it was on. Dudes on the dance floor, Time to Pogo. That's a really solid rock and roll song.
What I Like About You got lots of play in commercials, but the Romantics didn't see any money, and a legal battle with their manager tied them up for most of the 80s.
It's part of rock history. Bands are so intent on making it and having fun with the music that they get taken.
These days, the Detroit Four continue to tour, and there's still a lot to like about their 80s classic.
The song is like this generation's version of Louie Louie. People react to it very positively. It's a very up song, something that'll be around for a while.
You voted VH1 fans of the 80s. This hour, Madonna fans in New York City in 1985.
When you wear Madonna clothes, everybody looks at you, right? Everybody stares and says, look at that girl over there. You know, she's strange.
She's always outgoing and does what she wants to do.
She's fierce, she's weird, different. There's something about her, and I like that.
She can be herself, and she has style and class.
She's sexy. She don't care if anybody tells her. She only goes what she wants to do.
In 1983, New Waver's Men at Work said "G'day, mate" to the big time with their Idiot's Guide to the Outback, Down Under.
Who's the guy on the flute? Oh, boy, that dude was killing it.
Down Under was cool. We didn't know anything about Australia as kids, but everything that we thought and knew of Australia came from this song.
She said, do you come from a land down under?
Man, he does the eye. Women blow and men blunder.
Can't you hear that thunder?
And all the attention came down to the line, I gave him a bite of my Vegemite sandwich.
He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
Most people don't even know what it is.
It's like a nasty spread from Australia that the Australians ate.
Men at Work kept racking up hits, and Down Under became Australia's unofficial national anthem, but they still split up in 1985. Today, guitarist Ron Streicher is part of a religious cult in Montana.
I didn't really pick this area. I just kind of came here.
Traveling in a fried-out combi.
Singer Colin Hayes won lots of fans with his solo work, like Zach Braff, who used a Colin song on the Garden State soundtrack and snagged him a guest spot on Scrubs.
I just love Colin Hayes' voice. He has a ridiculously good voice.
I said, do you speak my language, brother?
It's quite challenging to get new material played on the radio. So being on television is a great way to get exposure.
Collins kept Down Under on his set list, but he's OD'd on Vegemite.
You come from a land down under.
I quite like it, but I haven't eaten it for many years. It gives me a touch of heartburn, to be honest.
You better run. You better take cover.
Eat your heart out, Britney. Blonde, brainy, and sweeter than pie, Debbie Gibson set the standard for teen pop with 1987's Only in My Dreams.
Debbie
Debbie Gibson was bubblegum pop personified. It couldn't get any sweeter than Debbie Gibson.
Of course, all the girls in school would sing Debbie Gibson songs in the talent show.
The song is like, I used to be with my boyfriend and we're back together only in my dreams. Even though I didn't write the song from experience because I hadn't even had a boyfriend yet, but... I wrote songs starting from the time I was like 12 years old, like other kids would write in a diary.
How motivated she must have been. I was watching television. I was like, oh, look, another Brady Bunch rerun.
After some more hits and a name change from Debbie to Deborah, the divine Miss Gibson took to Broadway, where she starred in Les Miserables and Cabaret.
I was a Broadway baby, and that was my very first dream in life, was to be a Broadway star.
In early 2006, Deb appeared on the reality show Skating with Celebrities.
Ladies and gentlemen, Deborah Gibson and Kurt Browning.
Ice skating? Oh my God. Kurt Browning? Oh my God. It was really, really fun. We went for the showmanship because we knew that I wasn't about to learn an axle in 2 weeks.
And 20 years later, Deborah's still belting out her standards.
I performed Only in My Dreams literally 2 days ago for like 3,000 people, and I still love performing it. I think that vocally I do it a little differently now than I did then. Back then I sounded like I was on helium.
Just when it seemed like they were over the hill, the Rolling Stones flipped Middle Age the finger with 1981's Start Me Up.
Start Me Up came out, it was like, okay, here they are again, the bad boys of rock and roll.
Such a classic. It's got one of those great Keith Richards riffs.
Oh, yeah. It blew everyone away, really. This was a kind of return to form, this song. And I could watch Keith Richards all day. It doesn't really matter what he does. Just find him fascinating.
For the Stones, that was late in their career.
I'm older and much gooder, I can feel.
They were pushing 40. Jeez, I'm pushing 40.
An instant hit for the Stones, Start Me Up had lyrics even a dirty old man could be proud of.
Yeah, well, you know, the last line of the song is Make a Dead Man.
It's got me wanting to take a shower as we speak.
Today, the Stones continue to defy age and gravity. Even mixed laryngitis and Keith's spill from a coconut tree hasn't stopped their record-breaking tour.
They are really old. And they're so old that it's barely worth saying that, isn't it?
I saw the Stones play earlier this year, and I realized they're still like the greatest rock band on earth.
Armed with an icy glare and robot voice, Gary Numan got freaky and futuristic with Cars.
It sounded a little bit like what the future would sound like.
Great hook.
It's a great song, featuring possibly the best tambourine solo ever.
Before Cars, Gary was a member of UK punk trio The Two-Way Army. Then he stumbled over his new best friend, the synthesizer.
It sort of captured the coldness and the alienation that I think everybody felt at the idea of using machines to make music.
It's just songs. It's just I write songs on a synthesizer, not a guitar.
Cars was Newman's only stateside hit, but he took up another hobby. He became a part-time pilot.
He enjoyed flying planes, and he'd fly planes around England and then get into terrible trouble and like have to land them on like motorways.
Now a husband and father living in his native England, Gary continues to make music his own way, and he's finally getting props for it.
Foo Fighters have covered him. Marilyn Manson have covered him. I mean, Gary Numan is, you know, he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Coming up, the tune that defined New Kids on the Block.
We've had a lot of songs
on VH1.
Now the answer to the Headband Heroes quiz. Who donned this iconic piece of forehead gear? It's Bruce Springsteen. It takes a great artist to pull off a great headband. Now, back to the countdown. In 1988, New Kids on the Block drove a nation of preteen girls into early puberty. Hey, they had the right stuff.
They had one album that kind of went nowhere, and then they had the album with the right stuff on it. And it was gigantic.
We've had a lot of songs, a lot of hits, but when you think of the New Kids, you think of oh, oh, oh.
Oh, 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 yeah, that was it.
Oh, oh, oh. See, I don't even want to be doing this. It just happens.
The music is just fun. It's music that everyone can enjoy.
I remember the dance steps, I'll tell you why. Because I made them up in my basement. That little step, dun, 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 it went perfectly with the tune and the rhythm.
The New Kids hung tough till 1994 when they left to pursue other interests. Joe records as a solo artist and does musical theater. Donnie acts in music and TV. Danny produces. John rocks the real estate market. And as for Jordan,
I'm here talking to you.
He's neck deep in new music, but there's always room for the right stuff.
When I sing it now, I get the same response. I have no shame at all singing it. I think it's great to bring people back to when it first came out. It's a lot of fun to do.
Brought to you by 3 Brits and a perky American chick, Katrina and the Waves' Walking on Sunshine was pop Prozac 80s style.
Whatever mood you're in, you hear that song on the radio, it's going to pick you up.
You hear it, you smile, you turn up on the radio, you sing with it off key.
The band couldn't top the success of the song and split up in 1998.
It was a very difficult act to follow. People kept saying, all you need is another song like Walking on Sunshine. Why didn't we think of that?
Don't feel too bad. Walking on Sunshine's become the go-to happy song for movies and TV.
I think it's been used in commercials from everything from allergy pills to diapers.
Every movie montage, like things are looking up. Relationship's going great. Let's walk in the park.
Today, in her mid-40s, Katrina Leskinich is going it alone.
I started up my own record label and released my first solo CD.
And if the crowd's down, she can always whip out her secret weapon.
As long as there's life on Earth, I think Walking on Sunshine will continue to have a life in it. And don't it feel good?
In 1989, ex-gang member Anthony Terrell Smith, a.k.a. Tone-Loc, released Wild Thing, the kind of song booty shaking was made for.
Working all week, 9 to 5 for my money.
Tone-Loc's Wild Thing, huge moment for hip-hop.
When I first heard Tone-Loc's Wild Thing, I thought to myself, man, that guy could really use a cough drop.
So be my queen, if you know what I mean. Let's do the wild ride.
I particularly loved it because it would get the girls to act like wild things, and then I could get on the dance floor and do my thing.
Wild ride.
It had the recognizable guitar. That was the first thing that stood out to me, was the Van Halen guitar. Obviously from Jamie's Crying.
I remember being a teenager and seeing this black and white video and immediately getting in my car and going to the mall and buying the record.
At the mall. looking for some get-a-buy.
Co-written by up-and-coming rapper Young MC, Wild Thing's success was a major shock.
We said, okay, if this does like 30,000 records, it'll be good because that'll be a nice place to start. And Tone was like, yeah, I could get myself a car.
I didn't expect the album to sell more than 20, 30,000 copies.
And the record sold like 4 million.
After Tone's second chart monster, Funky Cold Medina, he quit the music biz for acting in movies like Heat and Ace Ventura and doing cartoon voiceovers.
Oh, yeah. Check it out.
He has his own cartoon series. He does acting. Like, I'll turn on movies and be like, oh, my God, that's Tone.
I'm not trying to be, you know, the best actor in the world, but I figure I can do a little something, you know.
Nowadays, Tone is 40 and fit, and even though he's been AWOL on the album front for 15 years, he still busts out Wild Thing when the occasion calls.
Amazing. To this day, still kicks ass.
Got this in pocket.
1980s Brass in Pocket introduced pop radio to the Pretenders, an ultra-hip rock quartet whose lead singer Chrissie Hynde made you notice.
I'm feeling myself, gonna make you notice.
She's got a beautiful voice. And Brass in Pocket was a great moment in time, and it's a really sharp tune.
It's from a smart woman who's sexy and powerful and not afraid to show it.
I'm special, so special.
Shockingly, Chrissie wasn't too keen on the song.
I didn't like it. I didn't want it to be put out. I thought it wasn't very good at all. It didn't have lyrics that people could understand. The Detroit lean. No one knew that unless you were from northeastern Ohio and you knew that's the way they drove their cars.
I had no idea what some of the stuff she was singing about was.
Sidestep. I was talking about a dance step.
The Pretenders lost bassist Pete Farndon and guitarist James Honeyman Scott to drug ODs in the early 80s, but the band has forged on, recording and touring to this day. Now in her mid-50s, Chrissie's an animal rights activist and rock icon.
Sings with a fire and with an energy that very few people have, male or female.
Oh, and she still hates Brass in Pocket, but she'll sing it if she has to.
As much as I loathe and detest the song Brass in Pocket, the customer is always right. We are simply humble servants of rock.
You put on Chaka Khan, turns the party out.
After more than a decade of fabulous funk, Chaka Khan and Rufus put out 1983's Ain't Nobody, their slinky, sexy swan song.
Rufus and Chaka Khan, they're one of the greatest funk bands ever. If you want to hear funk, that's the song that you start with. No matter where you are or what you're doing, you want to kind of get low.
Searing. That song was fantastic. She had more raunch than Tina Turner, more power than Patti LaBelle. She had it all.
I love Chaka Khan. She can just sing her ass off.
Chaka left Rufus for good in the mid-'80s, knocked out a few hits of her own, and became an R&B icon, and she attributes it all to her faith.
I practice my religion in my church, which is the world, and my temple is here. Not in my cleavage, it's in my heart.
Now in her early 50s, Chaka is the queen bee of 80s R&B and has a big soft spot for Ain't Nobody.
I still love to sing that song. The audience loves it when I get to Ain't Nobody. Everybody gets up. It proves that the song really does stand the test of time.
More of the 80s greatest songs.
Join VH1 for an 80s week celebration featuring 100 greatest songs of the 80s. 10 most excellent things, totally awesome.
Oh my God.
And your favorite 80s movies. It's 80s week all this week on VH1, featuring the premiere of 100 greatest songs of the 80s tonight at 10.
I say whip it.
Only on VH1.
Your votes are in and the countdown is up to number 87. In 1986, a classically trained, heavily pomaded Austrian named Falco turned a long-dead composer into pop culture gold with Rock Me Amadeus.
It was after the film Amadeus, and the world was Mozart crazy.
Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. Amadeus.
Paying tribute not only to classical music, but paying tribute to the fierce synth rock of the 80s. Come on, can't deny that.
Falco was amusing.
Auf Wiedersehen, that means goodbye.
Falco was also out of his mind.
I'm very good friend to Mozart since we had the first #1 hit single together in the United States, and so Mozart is also very pleased about that fact.
Falco's subsequent albums flopped, and he vanished from the public eye until his tragic death in 1998 in a car accident at age 40. But he'll always be remembered as the one who made classical cool again.
He managed to put the most unlikely subject with the most unlikely genre, and he made it into a hit. So it reaffirms my faith that music can be anything.
Take 3 ex-members of Adam and the Ants, 1 smoking hot Burmese teen, and an old Strangeloves classic. And you have Bow Wow Wow's addictive new wave hit, I Want Candy.
I know a guy who's tough but sweet.
That song was one of the catchiest tunes of the early 80s in a big way.
Bow Wow Wow were a phenomenal band.
I Want Candy was just fun.
It seemed, to me anyway, just an innocent pop song that was kind of a little bit about naughtiness, but in a really, innocent way.
Well, when I watch I Want Candy, I look at it and I just think, wow, what a fun video. And it was the first time I actually got a chance to dance around with lots of freedom.
So sweet, you make my mouth water.
The cover of the I Want Candy EP was a takeoff on a Manet painting and featured Annabella naked. There was just one problem with that.
When I posed for the picture, I was actually 15, because that was the whole controversial thing of it. My mother went ape crazy.
Luann's tender age caused a major stink, and Bow Wow Wow split up just a year after I Want Candy. These days, the band hooks up for special gigs where the tune is always on tap.
I love it. I always enjoy doing that song live.
I enjoy it. I play that thing on the bass, I hear that drum beat, I hear Annabella doing the chorus. I think, God, I'm so lucky to be doing this. It's such a fun thing to do.
With his slick soul voice and gaggle of lovely ladies, rock veteran Robert Palmer couldn't go wrong with Addicted to Love.
It was just a total smash.
It's a sort of rock song. It's great. It made me laugh.
Robert Palmer was an icon of 80s style.
He's a very beautiful, incredibly sexy man. And he looked very just gentlemanly, but you knew he was a bad boy. The video was just, to this day, one of the most memorable I've ever seen in my life.
He looked like some executive who suddenly picked up a microphone.
But is surrounded by a band of fashion models.
They're all strumming at different beats. Are you listening to the music?
Honestly, the girl was playing bass, and like her fingers did not move on the neck at all. At least make it.
The Chick Brigade was so well received, Palmer hired them for his next 2 videos.
The 2 consecutive singles I brought out after that had a similar twist in the lyric content, and of course the girls suited that campy look.
After his 80s heyday, Robert experimented with all kinds of different music. He had just released a blues album when he tragically passed away from a heart attack in 2003 at the age of 54.
I really liked him. He was great. Robert Palmer, may he rest in peace.
You're addicted to love.
The kids know him as Nicole's dad, but in the 80s, songs like All Night Long made Lionel Richie the laid-back life of the party.
Well, my friends, the time has come. Raise the roof and have some fun.
Lionel Richie was just one of those workhorses. You knew anytime an album came out, there were going to be like 5 or 6 singles from it. And the pinnacle was All Night Long.
It's a very pleasant Caribbean sort of mood.
No, I don't know what the hell they were chanting in the middle. I don't think nobody does. Hey, mambo, mambo. Did Lionel ever reveal that secret?
Tambolite se demoya, which means, I don't know.
He's not quite the hit machine he once was, but Lionel's coming up on 40 years in the biz. His newest album, Coming Home, dropped in September 2006. Nowadays, Lionel's fans are coming from unexpected places, like Iraq. Iraqis know his songs by heart, and some tear up at the mere mention of his name.
The song is very beautiful, says Hussein, and the video is amazing.
I remember there were some soldiers telling me during the fall of Baghdad that they played All Night Long down the streets as a celebration song.
The Shiites and Sunnis can agree only on one thing, and that is Lionel Richie sure knows how to jumble jumble.
Coming up, the funkiest Prince song ever. Damn sexy and undeniably soulful, 1986's Kiss gave Prince his third #1.
Oh, yeah. What an amazing track. It's just a classic soul record. But it's actually bigger than soul. It's just like this amazing expression of sexuality.
It's just so unusual, so raw and dry, the groove. It's just always been one of my favorite Prince songs.
In classic Prince manner, he just got the groove on that one.
That record was so innovative and creative and incredible. Prince, you're incredible, man. That was so hot.
Act your age, Mama. Not your shoe size.
Act your age, Mama. Not your shoe size.
I like that song because it's mostly falsetto, very staccato. It's to the point, baby. He just wants to mac a little bit. He just wants your kiss.
Mr. Nelson may be pushing 50, but his music, style, and paisley-drenched awesomeness never gets old.
Prince looked the same as he did when he first came out to me.
He has a youth quality to him that will never, ever die. But he looks like a man to me now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Prince?
Kiss.
With 1981's Tempted, UK new waver's Squeeze made Infidelity sound darn near delightful.
I bought a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a flannel for my face.
It's a story song. They were super talented, amazing lyricists.
I said to my reflection, let's get out of this place.
It's a beautiful song. I mean, Squeeze is a great band.
Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered.
Really interesting that became the first big Squeeze song in America, because Difford and Tilbrook, who were the principal songwriters in Squeeze, didn't sing the lead vocal on this one. It was actually Paul Carrack.
Paul Carrack's a great voice in pop music. I love the sound of his voice.
At my bedside, empty pocket, a foot without a sock.
I think I slightly had my nose put out of joint that I wasn't singing it, but I have to say that when I heard Paul sing it, it was just instant shivers down the spine.
I wish that it would stop.
Carrack left Squeeze in 1982 for a solo career and a gig with Mike and the Mechanics. Chris Difford and Glenn Tilbrook kept the band going with a revolving lineup of musicians until 1999 when Difford jumped ship.
I wanted to spend some time at home building a life outside of rock and roll.
Chris and I now actually get on better than we did do during the entire time we were in Squeeze.
Chris and Glenn are pursuing separate careers these days, but both take time out for Tempted.
I'm writing. I've just had one solo album out as an acoustic album of Squeeze songs. So for the first time in my life, I've seen Tempted.
I've been really trying to fashion out my own world since Squeeze split. Playing Tempted now feels great. I would never sit down and play it to myself at home. I would never really put on the record. You know, I've heard it. But whenever I play it, I feel really great.
Coming up, a Cameo dance party.
Wave your hands in the air like you don't care. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
But first, it's Dennis DeYoung's final countdown. We asked the singer where Styx's Mr. Roboto should rank on our list.
Other than number one, I don't care where it's ranked. Mr. Roboto is the greatest song of the 80s that has Japanese in it and is about robots.
Your votes have been cast. Will Dennis's dream of robotic domination come true? To find out, keep watching VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 80s.
Coming in dead last.
Formed by Larry Blackman in 1974, Cameo gave the 80s a much-needed funk injection with their nasally 1986 Groove-a-thon, Word Up.
It's the funkiest tune. You could lock to it, you could pop to it. I mean, it's the funk.
The best part of the song, and it happens, at parties all the time. Wave your hands in the air like you don't care. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Besides their signature sound, Cameo had some pretty death-defying dues, but nothing could compete with Larry's protective groin gear.
Nothing says real man like a red patent leather codpiece.
Cameo's fame waned after the 80s, but Larry's kept busy with radio shows and hobbies like astrology. As for the codpiece, Larry can't leave home without it.
My cup runneth over. What's the word up, y'all? Unfortunately, I can't do a show without it these days without someone asking, where it is.
When he jams with the band, Word Up still brings down the house.
You'll never find a better performing act. Cameo sets the bar for what that's about. Ow!
That wraps it up for this hour, but never fear, more of your picks for the 80s greatest songs are still ahead.
Give me a beat!
The 80s. It was a magical time of super freaks and little red Corvettes.
Oh, yeah. What an amazing track.
A time when every rose had its thorn and we never ever stopped believing. These are the songs that we lived, loved, and moonwalked to.
That was one of those songs that kind of touched your soul.
VH1 asked you to pick the greatest songs of the 80s. Your votes are in and we're counting them down.
Ooh, that's a good song.
Get ready for the lowdown on what your favorite 80s stars are doing today. Hear from the ones who are still rocking like it's 1985.
I got a pair of red leather pants still, same size. Instead of 32-36, they're 36-32.
And the ones trying to escape that pesky mega hit.
Everybody just wants to hear Iran, and I'm sick of it.
See who's changed.
Is that Pete Burns?
And who's at least trying to look the same. It's so easy to get Botox. I don't care. You voted, now check out who tops the list.
That record was so innovative and creative.
This is VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 80s, voted by you.
Ow!
alone, they were an ordinary rapper and a simple disc jockey. Together, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock created 1988's It Takes Two.
This is a classic dance record. You can play it at any given time, and you're going to get the party started every time, period.
It was the pub record that was hip-hop, rap, R&B, soul. It was the bomb.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
It takes two to make it out inside.
It was the first rap song that I ever knew all of the words to.
I'm gonna rock right now.
I'm Farnsworth and I came to get down.
I'm not internationally known, but I'm known about the microphone.
But yes, I'll get stupid. I mean outrageous.
Big time party song.
Just like a dance classic. When it came on, I used to see people just jump up and start dancing to it.
Easy rock now. When I count to three, I want you to get busy. Ready now? 1, 2, 3, get loose now.
It Takes Two was a tough act to follow, and Rob and Easy never found the same kind of success. Now in their late 30s, the duo still performs their party smash during regular tours with other old-school rappers.
Still together, still touring, doing shows, I mean, everywhere.
We just traveling, making that money.
Breaking up can totally blow. But the Human League made it a blast with 1981's Battle of the Sexes synth jam, Don't You Want Me.
Don't You Want Me, Baby, it's kind of one of those records that came from the future, because you hear it today and it sounds pretty contemporary.
Turn you into someone new.
A defining moment for the synthesizer. What was also unique was lead singer Phil Oakey's monotone vocal style with almost no vibrato. Ooh, no, we don't do vibrato.
Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh.
It sounded like he got spat out of a computer. And it was an old school he said, she said song like you would hear in the 50s.
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true.
The one thing that they agree on is that she was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. From there, we got two totally different, stories.
It was a little drama, like a little play.
Don't you want me?
The Human League kept making singles and applying eyeliner until their end-of-decade fade-out.
We sort of worked out that we weren't very good at doing anything else other than doing catchy pop songs on synthesizers. But, you just do your best, really.
Today, the group's touring the 80's circuit, but if you can't find tickets, Don't You Want Me is always on tap at the local karaoke bar.
And that's a good joint, and that is everybody's karaoke jam.
1980's American Gigolo did more than turn Richard Gere into America's favorite man whore. It gave Blondie their biggest hit ever.
What got me about that song was the groove. It was swinging.
They sort of created new wave disco.
That sound made Blondie bigger and made Blondie not punk anymore.
Disco guru Giorgio Moroder tapped Blondie for Call Me after Stevie Nicks passed. They said yes, but made some changes first.
He had a vocal on it and a lyric that I didn't feel comfortable with. It was, sort of obviously about the idea that this guy was a sex robot. So we watched a rough cut and went back home and wrote the lyric really quickly.
2 years after Call Me became a bestseller, Blondie went bye-bye. Frontwoman Debbie Harry made music on her own with a little acting on the side. The band reunited in 1999 for the No Exit album and have been together ever since. In 2006, they hit the road for a tour Debbie claimed would be their last.
I love her, and I love her still today. She is rocking still today.
I saw her performing. She was totally fantastic. She looks hot. She is 60 years old and hotter than ever.
They were Bobby, Ronnie, Ricky, Mike, and Ralph, better known as Teen Soulster's New Edition, and in 1983, every little lady longed to be their candy girl.
New Edition is one of the greatest groups of all time.
The reason why Candy Girl was such a good, cool song, it was young guys. It reminded you of the Jackson 5. For everybody who wanted to experience the Jackson 5, that was like having the Jackson 5 in your own bedroom.
We looked up to the Jacksons since we was younger and way back.
In true boy band style, the roster changed in 1986 when Bobby Brown left the group.
I wanted to be me. You know, I just wanted to be free. I didn't want to be with a group.
The fellas replaced Mr. Brown with new guy Johnny Gill, but not long after, everyone took off for solo stardom.
Ronnie, Ricky, and Michael went on to form Belle Biv DeVoe. And Ralph Tresvant had a very successful platinum record. Bobby, he had his reality show that we all enjoyed watching. And Johnny Gill as well. We can't forget My, My, My.
In 2006, after a couple of so-so reunions, a six-man New Edition, complete with Bobby Brown, is back and ready to rumble. Oh, and the ladies still haven't forgotten their names.
They would have to know all of our names. It seems like every song we do is like Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny.
Every time they're on tour, they are sold out. Sold out.
You picked them. VH1 is counting them down. Up next, check out Bon Jovi fans from Dallas, Texas in 1988.
I would not kick John Bon Jovi out of my bed. Never.
What would I do after I meet him? The same thing I'd do to meet him. He's so fun.
He's
I love
awesome.
him. He's awesome.
And his music.
I love his music. He's awesome.
I would do anything for him. Anything. I would do anything on TV so you can hear me say this. I love you.
You voted, we counted. Now your pick for number 76. With his smarty pants glasses and nifty lab coat, Thomas Dolby could have been just another 80s geek. Instead, he became the patron saint of nerdhood thanks to She Blinded Me with Science.
You blinded me with science. Blinded me with science.
She Blinded Me with Science is really a song about a rather shy young man. He's got the hots for his lab assistant and doesn't really know how to approach her.
Remember that old man that scared the crap out of him with no teeth? Science! Science!
And TV picked up on it, and after that, radio followed. And it was kind of a surprise to me because I never really set out to be a mainstream pop act.
Dolby kept making his own kind of electronic pop, but he was pressured to come up with another big hit and eventually left the music biz. In 1993, he started his own company in Silicon Valley.
I formed a company, Beatnik, which became very successful in cell phones, making the technology that Nokia and all of the major manufacturers licensed.
These days, everybody wants a piece of Dolby, even Kevin Federline, who sampled She Blinded Me with Science without permission.
He had a song that he'd sampled from She Blinded Me with Science and put his own rap over the top. And I listened to it, and it wasn't that great, quite frankly, and so we sent him a cease and desist letter.
Dolby hit the road again in early 2006 and is still happy to blind his fans with science.
There's always a few people at the gigs screaming out, "Science!" And of course I get to it in the end. I have no choice but to do that. But it's very gratifying that a lot of the audiences are there actually not for that song, but for the other songs that they discovered through the success of that song.
Thank you so much!
I'm a big fan of Prince, and Little Red Corvette is a perfect pop song.
I guess I should know by the way you popped your car sideways. I wouldn't laugh.
Sure, it sounded innocent, but 1983's Little Red Corvette was funky in every sense of the word.
The lyrics are pretty racy, pocket full of Trojans, some of them used.
Whoa! She's carrying around used condoms? Like, am I supposed to think that she's sexy or disgusting? I don't know.
You just have this image of this woman driving a little red Corvette. You think, oh, that's a cute song. And then, you know, you find out what the lyrics mean, and it is dirty. It's not a car. It's not about a car at all.
No, Little Red Corvette was actually about a woman's hoo-ha.
Really? I know it was a woman, but not the vagina. Wow, that's crazy.
No, baby, give me your keys. I'm gonna try to take them anywhere, love machine.
And nearly 30 years after busting out, Prince is still the king of sexy music.
I would say the majority of Prince songs are some very elaborate metaphor for having sex with a woman.
When George Michael left Wham to go it alone, he had to prove he wasn't a lightweight teen idol. Fortunately, he came prepared with faith.
It was just a very unique record. There was nothing like it. It sounded nothing like his Wham stuff and nothing like anything else on the radio at the time.
Because I gotta have faith.
It's really hard to underestimate how huge George Michael was when this record came out. I think there's a lot of butt in the video, if memory serves. Yeah, that might have had a lot to do with it.
It was quite a tush.
George had several more mega hits, then drifted from the spotlight until 1998 when the infamous bathroom incident forced him out of the closet.
We didn't know he was gay from that video. I mean, he was way too good looking.
In 2006, George announced a new album and tour. The same year, he was accused of cruising for sex in the park, was involved in a fender bender, and was arrested twice for drug-related offenses.
It was here that George Michael was found slumped over the wheel of his parked car.
George has certainly lived hard in the time since the 80s. You know, at the end of the day, the guy seems like he has a good attitude about it. I think most recently he was quoted as saying, "It's my fault, as usual."
A pop song about war and balloons, sung in German, was so crazy it worked. In 1984, Nena hit number 2 with 99 Luftballons.
She had like one little word. She's like, nah, I did love ya. Ballon says so.
I was in love with Nena when this came out. I had a total crush on her. She had hairy armpits, which I'd never seen that before in a woman. I think it kind of overwhelmed me.
The hairy armpits in question belonged to lead singer Gabrielle Kerner, who had named herself and her band Nena. Nena's uplifting song was actually about Armageddon.
The song, from what I understand, was about something to do with the war.
What? I thought it was just like letting some balloons go in the sky.
I think the song meant something about being against nuclear war, but I was somewhat transfixed by the leather trousers.
Nena sang 99 in both English and German, but in America, only the Deutsch version charted.
We released in America the English version too. On the A side it's the German version, and on the B side the English version. And the American people prefer to hear the German version. We don't know why.
99 Luftballons was the band's sole hit in the U.S., but Nena is still big overseas. Now in her mid-40s, she's a popular singer and children's advocate.
I think she's trying to open a school in Hamburg, and she's written books and done voiceovers. She's a little star over there. She's good news.
Coming up, it's Rick James Hair, bitch.
Here's Jericho.
Now the answer to our Headband Heroes quiz. Which artist sported this sweat-catching headband? It's Olivia Newton-John. Olivia, the 80s couldn't have happened without you or your headband. In 1983, 5 brainiac Brits slapped an extra X on Fix and unleashed One Thing Leads to Another on an unsuspecting public.
It gets played all the time. It's one of those 80s songs that it's like every Flashback Friday or whatever, you're going to hear it.
It does sound kind of 80s, but in a good way that kind of represents a lot of the sounds of the 80s.
Cy Curnin had this real striking visual element to him.
Because he was sort of like a flamingo or something. He was like really tall and skinny, and he had all those weird hand things that he was always doing.
I come from a family where we gesticulate with our hands a lot. And when I was starting off, I started realizing that my hands were moving around and they almost became like my puppets.
Thanks to One Thing, the Fix were new wave royalty, but the hits dried up in the 90s and lead singer Cy Curnin got into the hat biz.
What I learned about my little sojourn into the fashion business is that America is a fantastic country if you have a dollar and a dream.
These days, Cy's left the hats on the rack and the Fix are back on tour.
The Fix in 2006, we don't feel that we have anything to prove to anyone but ourselves. We love playing live. We like to play in front of people. We love that song. We love our music, and the fans still turn up.
All I know is it makes people want to have sex.
Kinkier than a stack of Playboys, 1981 Super Freak was Rick James' seriously funky tribute to some seriously funky ladies.
She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother.
Anytime that song comes on the radio and it's near me, it's up. Fire up, turn it up.
Rick James was on to something. Oh, God. His Jerry curl was so juicy and supple.
This man sort of like dripped sexual perversion.
Rick's funkadelic beat reappeared in 1990 when MC Hammer sampled it for his Grammy-winning You Can't Touch This.
And I've been blessed. And I think one of the greatest blessings is the fact that all these youngsters have sampled my music today. That says a lot.
Between drug abuse and run-ins with Johnny Law, Rick hit rock bottom in the late 80s, but just months before his death in 2004 from cardiac failure, Chappelle's Show resurrected his image.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
It was about the music and the lifestyle for Rick. It wasn't about showbiz and hit records. It was about getting freaky and nasty and having fun.
Rick James, he was a super freak, the ultimate super freak.
Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Some people just like rock and roll, but ex-runaway Joan Jett freaking loves it. And in 1981, she proved it.
Must have been about 17.
When I hear I Love Rock and Roll, man, it just makes me want to rock, dude.
Somebody puts that song on, you know, it comes on the radio, or somebody plays on the jukebox, you're like, yeah! You know, you're wearing a polo shirt, you don't look like you love rock and roll. You're like, I love rock and roll! You know, you're just like banging it out.
Every girl singer wanted to be Joan Jett. She had the hair, she had the look, she had the song, she had the attitude. If you wanted to rock, then you went to school on Joan Jett.
She was the first, like, really sort of scary girl, like, rocker that you were fairly certain would definitely whip your ass, you know, in a good way.
In her late 40s and looking better than ever, Joan and the Blackhearts are showing younger bands what's what.
If you're 47, I'm going to steer you away generally from black leather pants and a bikini top. But Joan Jett looks amazing, and because she's Joan Jett, she can do it.
Thank you all very much for giving it all.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and everything.
Athens' own REM. College kids loved them, but 80s radio barely knew they existed. It's the end of the world as we know it. Helped break them off campus.
Most of the song is Smoke If You Got 'Em. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine.
There's a theory about REM, which is that the more obscure and indecipherable the lyrics, the better they were. This song is great. It's just a big pile-up of imagery. You don't really know what he's talking about.
I'm not exactly sure what Michael was inspired by when he wrote that. It was probably in the middle of the Reagan era, which we were actually afraid it might be the end of the world. One of the cool things about that song is it goes from this rushing torrent of words into a fairly musical chorus with some really nice harmonies in it.
Here's a fun fact. All the people mention it have the initials LB. Think on that.
It was a great party trick if you could sing the whole song.
Soon after, the Georgia Quartet conquered MTV, alternative rock, and most of the known universe.
REM's had their vision, and they've taken it to Mount Everest, just doing great music and songs and being creative and not pandering to anybody.
Now a trio, REM's hungrier than ever. They just released a 2-disc best-of set from their early years and have tons of new material on Slate.
That band was just kind of a breath of fresh air when they came out, and they still are.
When director Spike Lee asked Public Enemy to write a song for 1989's Do the Right Thing, they responded with Fight the Power, a badass rant aimed squarely at the man.
Turn on the funky drummer.
Heads down, shocking, rebellious, saying something political, funky, hip-hop, youthful, educated, mature, holy.
You wanted to dance to it, and you wanted to think to it, and you wanted to, like, revolutionize to it.
It was people fighting for their right to exist.
Fight the Power turned hip-hop on its head with incendiary critiques of white icons like the Duke and the King.
That's a controversial line, but a completely understandable line. I like Elvis, too.
These days, Chuck D raps, hosts a radio show, and lectures around the country, while Flava Flav's become reality TV's most eligible bachelor.
Flava is Flava. When he walk in the house, he light up the room.
Exactly.
And more than 15 years later, Fight the Power is still a revelation.
Public Enemy really served a really positive function in terms of rap music at that period of time, because they were saying things that a lot of black artists would want to say but never had the platform to say.
The votes are in. More great 80s songs coming up. Number 67.
You should have seen by the look in my eyes, baby.
Midwestern rockers REO Speedwagon spent a decade paying their dues and perfecting their man-throws. Finally, in 1980, Keep On Loving You made them the kings of sensitive guy rock.
That's when these rock dudes had heart. Rock had romance.
It's slow, it's loud, it's awesome.
He's singing in a really high register. He's like right on the edge of breaking.
REO usually avoided ballads, so when frontman Kevin Cronin gave the song to his bandmates, they didn't get it.
When I came into rehearsal and sat down and started playing the piano, and it was kind of a ballad, kind of a love song, they looked at me like I was from the wrong planet.
Despite initial doubts, the song became a mammoth hit, and for a while, REO were arena gods. In the 90s, their popularity slipped and the venues got smaller, but the band soldiered on.
I didn't have an ego problem with wherever I had to play. It's like, all right, if I'm playing in Mexico City with a ventriloquist act, that's where I'm playing. I'm still playing my music. I'm still making a living playing songs, you know.
These days, REO tours with their arena rock peers.
It's turning into like a little fraternity of sorts. There's Styx, and there's Journey, and there's Foreigner, and there's Loverboy, and there's REO. You know, these guys, you know, we're all kind of rooting for each other.
And though it's 25 years old, they still get a rush out of Keep On Loving You.
Seeing the reaction it brings out in people, I mean, I feel so fortunate. Not too many songwriters get to have a #1 song or get to go out in front of people and sing a #1 song. It's a pretty cool feeling, you know.
Depeche Mode proved synth pop sounds better when it comes from pale, skinny English guys. But their 1981 jam just can't get enough.
Just can't get enough of this brilliant electro pop. It's one of those 80s classics.
You aren't going to find a catchy melody. You hear this song twice and you're lost forever.
Now that I look back, I'm surprised that I was so attracted to these guys, especially with like the tight white jeans and the very effeminate dance moves, but there was nothing cooler at the time.
As the 80s rolled on, Depeche Mode got gloomier, kinkier, and way more popular.
They got really dark and all sort of S&M and so on. And ironically, it was when they got dark that they really became global megastars.
Lead singer Dave Gahan survived a serious drug problem in the mid-90s and now lives with his wife and 3 kids in New York. And after 25 years, he's still fronting Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode are immortal, in my opinion. You know, I mean, I saw them recently. I took my teenage daughter to see them, who wasn't alive when they did. Just can't get enough. And she loves them.
I'm jealous of Depeche Mode because they sell out huge places. They've got a great career still.
In 1984, with a slew of hard rockin' hits already under their belt, Foreigner showed their sensitive side with the slow jam, I Want to Know What Love Is.
I've gotta take a little time to think things over.
And that was just such a brilliant, beautiful record, beautifully produced, beautifully sung and played.
I love this song. I don't know anyone that doesn't love this song. Who wouldn't like to show him what love is all about?
High school kids are riding in their car after they just broke up with their girlfriend. I want to know I love you. Turn it up.
I think I slow skated my ass off to that one.
Soon after, singer Lou Gramm and founder Mick Jones started clashing over Foreigner's direction. The friction took its toll, and they finally called it quits in 2002.
We'd ran out of steam with each other, but I still have great respect for Lou and the times we spent, the wonderful experiences we went through with Foreigner. It was a magical mystery ride, you know.
Gramm survived a brain tumor in the late 90s and now performs with his own band. But Mick hasn't let Foreigner go. He's touring with an all-new lineup.
I am actually the only original member, but it is the most exciting, most powerful form of Foreigner that's ever existed to me, and the response has been phenomenal.
She was hot, she could dance, and her resume included the words Laker Girl. Paula Abdul had star written all over her, and 1988 Straight Up finally made her one.
Straight Up was one of her first kind of mega hits that established her as a real pop performer.
Great dancer, great performer.
The girl next door. Adorable, talented, the whole package works.
I thought that the video at the time was pretty great. I mean, she's dancing along and, you know, she looks hot.
Paula having Arsenio in that video was a big coup. I mean, that was very, very hip at the time.
She was the J-Lo of our generation back in the 80s. Yeah, her clothing line, her perfume, and her songs on radio.
Love that song.
Tell me, baby.
After the massive success of Straight Up, Paula put out 2 more albums and then laid low for a while.
I feel that in the 90s, a lot of people that were heavily associated with the 80s faded, and she got hit by that too.
But in 2002, Paula vaulted back into the spotlight as the nice judge for the world's hugest talent show.
She was in danger of just being, remember her? But she became a household name for eternity. So props to Paula, props to Pierre.
Coming up, Devo denies it all.
At the risk of losing any art cred, Whip It had nothing to do with sadomasochism.
Plus,
all week long on VH1.
Devo. To many, they were scary and confusing, but enough people got the Ohio dork rockers to make 1980's Whip It a surprise hit.
Correct that whip!
Whip It. It's one of the coolest songs of the 80s.
The song was like nothing you had heard on radio at that time. You know, nothing. The video was just menacing. It was scary. With the sort of cowboys drinking the beer and the Asian gal with the cockeyes.
It broke new ground because it seemed to be about S&M. Sadomasochism.
At the risk of losing any art cred, Whip It had nothing to do with sadomasochism or masturbation. I'm sorry, everybody.
Devo never had another big hit, and their rabid cult following liked it better that way. Nowadays, the guys play occasional gigs, but mostly focus on other projects. Jerry Casale has formed a new group, Jihad Jerry and the Evildoers, while fellow co-founder Mark Mothersbaugh is in high demand for his soundtrack work. Almost 30 years later, Whip It lives on in movies, commercials, and covers like this one by kooky Disney-backed teen group Devo 2.0.
Now whip it into shape.
Devo 2.0 was a bizarre experiment. In a way, it's perverted. It's kind of like Shirley Temple. It certainly disturbed our fan base. They thought Devo had really sold out big time. I think there's always like a childish element in Devo, an infantile element, and that was a good thing.
Sure, it had jets and near-naked volleyball, but Top Gun wouldn't have been half as sexy without Berlin's Take My Breath Away.
Take My Breath Away by Berlin was such a great song because it had this sort of romantic feel to it, and I associate it heavily with me falling in love with Tom Cruise.
Made me want to be a pilot, man. Made me want to be a white pilot. It was sort of a creepy, kind of sexy song.
But Berlin was a punk band at heart, and the crazy success of the song drove a wedge between singer Terry Nunn and guitarist John Crawford.
John and I didn't agree with what we wanted Berlin to do. And when Take My Breath Away came in, it was even more of a rift between us because he didn't want to do the song, and now it's a hit. Now he's got to do it all the time. By the end of that tour, we weren't even speaking to each other.
Berlin split in 1987, but Terry and John hooked up again in 2004 for the VH1 show Bands Reunited.
Hey, girl.
It healed in 3 days a rift that we'd had for 7 years. To be able to talk to him, it's made a huge difference.
Today, Terry Nunn fronts Berlin without John Crawford, and Take My Breath Away is always on the set list.
Watching slow motion, you turn to me and say,
Take My Breath Away is one of those songs I'm always going to have to do because it's a song that more people know than any other song we've ever done.
take my breath away.
Still ahead, Dennis DeYoung pounds out a classic. But first, Martin Fry's final countdown. We asked the dapper ABC leader where his song, The Look of Love, should rank on our list.
If we're talking across the top 100, well, I don't know, I don't want to seem to be pushy or arrogant, because I'm not. But I'd like top 10. I'm looking for top 10. Fingers crossed.
In 1983, Styx took the concept album to the extreme with Dennis DeYoung's dramatic robot rock musical, Kilroy Was Here, featuring the techno epic Mr. Roboto.
Tommy said, Dennis? Dennis said, what is it? I think we better do something with robots.
Yeah.
Japanese-speaking robots.
I am the modern man.
I loved Roboto. I am the Maldron Man. Where did that come from?
As a Styx fan, I remember going, what the is this?
This is a nutty song. I sort of like it.
I am the modern man.
I didn't understand the futuristic angle. Like, what were they going for?
I'm not a robot without emotions. I'm not what you see.
It's the future. In America, rock and roll has been banned. A rock star named Kilroy decides to challenge that law and perform a concert. During the concert, Kilroy's put in prison. The prison is guarded by Japanese robots called Robotos. Kilroy escapes from prison by overtaking one of the Roboto guards. That's the story.
I thought it was a really innovative and interesting song. It was different from what we've done.
Mr. Roboto still lives on, thanks in part to a 1999 Volkswagen ad. Today, Styx is on the road, sans Mr. DeYoung. But Dennis is still domo arigatoing all over the place. Sometimes solo.
Somebody thank this guy.
Sometimes with an orchestra.
Of all the songs that I have written in my life, Mr. Roboto is the enigma. And I am just pleased that it has made so many people happy. Man, am I parched. Whew. No more.
That's another hour of 80s songs in the bag, and competition is heating up. Who made your top 60? Keep watching to find out.
Give me a beat.
Looking like it's 1985. By day, he was a college economics student. By night, young MC was a rapper who penned 2 Tone-Loc gems before striking gold on his own with Bust a Move.
This here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us.
Bust a Move, if it came on right now, this whole place is just going to turn into a club.
I don't dance, right? But I have to for that song.
So don't just stand there, bust a move.
Well, Bust a Move was basically created in my dorm room in about an hour and a half, and it basically changed my life.
Just bust a move.
Principal's Office gave him a second hit, but the 90s gangstification of rap pushed Young out of the game.
There are very few artists that can go a decade and beyond with, 5, 6, 7 records and really be able to keep a fan base in terms of rap music. I did what I could, and I think I've made a pretty good career out of it.
still a performer, the rapper might be better known nowadays for his Battle of the Bulge on VH1's Celebrity Fit Club.
So come on, Fatso, and just bust the move.
You have lost 38 pounds.
It was a good experience. I haven't stepped near a scale since the show was over, but my clothes fit a lot better. Everybody tells me that I look better and thinner.
And though he's pushing 40, Young MC has no plans to change up his rap name.
People are like, oh, why don't you change your name to, Aging MC? And it's like, please. It'll always be Young MC. That's my name. That's what I, stick with.
1982's Jack and Diane was a Midwestern Romeo and Juliet without all the dying, and it made John Cougar a heartland hero.
It's Americana at its finest. It's fried chicken, it's picnic baskets and ants and fireworks.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland.
It's about you, it's about me, it's about a very insignificant part of life called falling in love the first three times. It's something that everybody can relate to.
Rad song, kooky lyrics. Sucking on a chili dog, outside the taste freeze. Diane sitting on Jackie's lap, got his hands between her knees.
It's just like hook after hook on that song.
Oh yeah, life goes on.
It's really true, man.
Long after the thrill of living is gone, to walk on.
And that guy had a good read on everything right there.
So let it rock, let it roll.
After switching back to his given last name, Mr. Mellencamp turned his focus to political issues.
If we so choose to take a look at the political climate and decide to write it down, that is our job and our duty as troubadours. And anybody doesn't think so can kiss my ass.
Nowadays, John's got it good. When he's not painting or making music, he's hanging out with his supermodel wife and 2 kids in Indiana. Pretty much the same guy who wrote Jack and Diane.
I think he's still stayed pretty close to his roots. He's got the stuff inside him, and he's going to lay it out there, and that's what he does.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, 2 American kids doing best they can.
Of all the 80s beautiful ladies, none were prettier than Boy George. And in 1982, his band Culture Club asked the world one simple question.
Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
That was quite radical. To use reggae at that time was a really good idea. But apart from that, it was a really good song. Lovely melody, the way it started with his voice. Beautiful.
In my heart the fire is burning.
Culture Club was amazing because at the time, Boy George was seen as this complete threat to sexual identity.
People saw him as a little bit of a freak show, but really still liked his music.
Boy's real-life heartache was the song's basis. He'd been having a secret stormy tryst with drummer John Moss.
All the early songs were about John. And, I literally wrote about our relationship as it happened.
After the band split in 1987, Boy launched a semi-successful solo career, but lately he's kept himself occupied with other things, like community service. After an early 2006 arrest for cocaine possession, a New York court ordered him to pick up the city's trash.
Chasing me around. Go away.
Could you imagine, being in the park, having a picnic, and Boy George comes along, he's spearing your garbage.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Also in 2006, the other members of Culture Club announced plans to keep on keeping on, minus their fearless leader.
The idea of Culture Club without Boy George seems a little bit pointless to me, I gotta tell you. I mean, he was Culture Club. He was the face of it. I don't know. I wish them all the best in the world, but I think it's gonna be a tough ride.
Do you really want to make me
Though she started out as an actress and choreographer, Toni Basil hit the big time when she went all cheerleader on us with 1982's Mickey.
Being a former cheerleader myself, I kind of liked it. You know, I did.
It's a cheerleading chant. I mean, why it's so good.
This is an interesting example where video and song are totally inseparable. You know, dressing up as a cheerleader always goes over well.
She was in the cheerleading dress, panties showing. I was like, hey, Mickey, let me see. Hey, Mickey. I became a pervert because of that song.
I enjoyed it enormously, particularly the huge cheerleaders.
Everybody, you know, used to always ask me about the cheerleaders on the video because I think it was the first time people saw real cheerleaders because, you know, the girls on the bottom holding up the girls on the top are big, strong girls.
After Mickey, Toni went back to choreography where she's made a super sweet living.
I still work for Bette Midler, David Bowie, Tina Turner, and I continue to choreograph films, so I really work a lot. We shake it and we lock it. My little pet project right now is that I am writing a book on the history of American street dance called Chaka in the House.
Though Toni's moved on, she's kept a few mementos from her Mickey days.
Here it is. It's the actual cheerleader sweater that I wore at Las Vegas High. We are soon having a reunion. I don't think I'll mention which decade.
Your votes have been cast and more 80s greats are on their way. Coming up, 80s. Check out fans at a heavy metal show in Brooklyn, New York, 1986.
This is the future of the hardcore.
What's the coolest thing about metal? Concerts. The concerts, the women, and everybody's like together. Everybody's together. Everybody's saying,
It's not getting enough
why do you have long hair? Why do you have long hair? It's like, because we live it. Long hair is
not a
it.
hippie thing.
It's not like, it's like, you should have short hair because you can get a better job. You, man.
Welsh woman Bonnie Tyler was a struggling club singer until throat surgery morphed her voice into a husky guttural colossus.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around. Turn around.
In 1983, that voice delivered one of the decade's most over-the-top power ballads, Total Eclipse of the Heart.
It sounds like it comes from a Broadway soundtrack because it's so theatrical.
That is so over the top and so completely Meatloaf.
Indeed, the man behind Eclipse was Mr. Loaf's main collaborator, Jim Steinman, who also thought up the spectacular music video.
I was supposed to be a school teacher, I think, and I cringe now because my hair, you know, that big hair, and I must have caused the ozone problem on my own with all the lacquer I used to wear.
Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart.
Now in her mid-50s, Bonnie lives in Wales with her husband of 30 years. She still tours and records and has discovered the wonderful world of Botox.
You know, I'm on stage all the time. I got to try and look as best as I can, you know. And it's so easy to get a Botox, and I've been having it for 11 years. I'm on to 3 times a year now. I was on twice a year. 3 times a year now. I was on twice a year. I don't care. It's great.
Turn around, bright
Looking and sounding better than ever, Bonnie's always down for some Total Eclipse.
I never get tired of singing Total Eclipse of the Heart. I always put it in my shows. It's a beautiful song. It's an evergreen, you know.
They came from England's deepest, darkest hair salon. In 1982, Flock of Seagulls briefly ruled new wave with I Ran.
I didn't know what the hell he was saying, but it was hot. And it was a great video because they seemed like they were in like a little studio with some aluminum foil around there or something. It was so cheaply made.
And of course, everybody remembers the haircut.
Didn't he have like a
standy-uppy, mohawky kind of thing.
It was like up like this and down like that.
I designed this haircut that was like how I'd like to look if I was a spaceman, and then I started to work on it because I used to be a hairdresser.
The Flock's next 3 albums weren't exactly blockbusters, so they packed up the Aquanet and called it a day.
A lot of people came to see us just to see the hair. And then, of course, it reached a point where the hair was more important than the band.
Frontman Mike Score grew out his due and relocated to Florida to build boats.
I ended up moving to Key West just because I wanted to party a little bit and hang out and not have any worries. And I got into boat building.
Today, Mike's touring with a brand new Flock, but he's over the song that made them famous.
Everybody just wants to hear Iran, and I'm sick of it. I'll play it for them, but it's not my pride and joy anymore.
This is probably the jam of all jams.
Rap was mostly a man's world until 1987, when Salt and Peppa's Push It brought some raunchy lady flavor to the mix.
Woo! Push It.
Push It was very sexy. Very sexy. They were awesome. They were the female Run DMC, for sure. First of all, they came out hot with the hairstyles were real hood and fly and hip-hop.
The sideways mullet is great because it's business in the front, party on the side, and then business again in the back.
They were these fly girls with their big dookie chains, their huge door knocker earrings, and a lot of questionable spandex.
The ladies pumped out the jams for another decade or so until Salt gave it up for God in 1999. Today, she's rapping solo for the Lord.
I had to more or less, I guess you could say, clean my life out in order for me to refocus myself on my personal life.
As for Peppa, after a brief marriage to Tretch from Naughty by Nature, she appeared on VH1's The Surreal Life.
When one door closes, the other one opens.
The First Ladies of Hip-Hop have gone their separate ways, but remain good pals, and even teamed up to perform at VH1's 2005 Hip-Hop Honors.
I think they were groundbreaking, Salt and Pepper.
The man, the myth, the sneer. Billy Idol went superstar with 1982's White Wedding.
A great song. You know, a scary song.
It had this threatening undertone that was kind of fun.
I love Billy Idol with his lip up. No one could do the lip up, you know? White Wedding.
He was a deep, sexy singer.
White Wedding was one of Billy's hugest hits and his most misinterpreted.
Well, the worst thing was people thinking it was some anti-women's lib thing. It was really trying to say that a lot of people enter into things like marriage and stuff just basically out of convention, a hope for happiness, a dream of it.
You know, it's supposed to be a beautiful subject matter, White Wedding, and the way that Billy did it just makes it dark and sinister.
It's like a rock wedding.
Pick it up. Take me back home, man.
Idol's career was derailed in the 90s by a motorcycle accident, substance abuse, and some interesting ideas. But today he's living it up as an 80s icon. Now in his early 50s, Billy keeps rocking the peroxide and gets a kick out of how White Wedding is misconstrued.
I love seeing how the song's being used for all sorts of purposes. I loved it that it was in the US Open, and I loved it that Eddie Van Halen got married and used it at some point. It was like, made me laugh to think that, wow, that was such an anti-song and they're all using it. White Wedding.
Still to come, every day's a party for Red.
What would I do to meet Stephen Pearcy? Just about anything.
Time for our Headband Heroes quiz. Which 80s artist sported this signature headband? The answer, Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits. Mark, we salute your headband aptitude. Now back to the countdown. the dance-tastic gem that made you very, very dizzy. In 1985, androgynous Brits Dead or Alive hit it big with You Spin Me Round Like a Record.
You Spin Me Round is probably one of the most gayest songs I've ever heard, and I mean that in the best way possible.
This is a great record and sung by what appears to be quite an effeminate man, but it's Pete Burns, who's actually like a 6'3" Liverpudlian.
Was this a man? Is this a woman? He had this overgrown, shagged out, like, mohawk, the eye patch.
Dead or Alive kept making music in the 80s and 90s, but could never live down their signature hit.
I don't have such good memories of that song. I do perform it out of obligation for the hardcore fans, but eventually I just want it to go away.
In January 2006, the 40-something Pete resurfaced on England's Celebrity Big Brother, sporting a new face and a bad attitude.
You're insincere to the point of nausea.
I guess a lot of people watching the show is like, who is that?
Everything you come from, everything you aspire to be is repugnant to me.
He doesn't really look like the guy that was there before.
You know what? You can kiss my hemorrhoids. You don't even know me.
Pete's latest exploits include an arrest for harassing an ex and the release of his autobiography, Freak Unique.
He says he's a work in progress with all this major plastic surgery, and if you look at him now, you're kind of like, is that Pete Burns?
Yeah, he got spun around a little too much.
Equipped with spandex, a teasing comb, and tons of vicious licks, Rat crawled to the top of LA's metal scene with 1984's Round and Round.
I was really blown away. Thought the song was a great song, great riff, and I thought Steve is a pretty great singer.
It was just a great, catchy rock song. They had such an image of just being like, I mean, it's right there in the name, Rat. You know, they were like dirty and from the sewers.
Led by frontman Stephen Pearcy, Rat's backstage antics became a thing of legend.
What would I do to meet Stephen Pearcy? Just about anything.
To be realistic, a lot of these girls, we hope, like our music first, you know, and if they want something else second, that's great.
I'd do anything to get backstage.
We were very ready for the big party from the beginning, and me being the party director, it was just, you know, it was just bigger party.
But like all good parties, Rat fizzled out. They split in 1992. The band tried again 5 years later, but quickly gave Stephen the boot, so he took to his second love.
Drag racing 100%. It's what I've been into for years.
Today, Rat carries on with new singer Jizzy Pearl, while Stephen belts out the band's classics on his own.
I'd rather play in front of 10 people than 10,000 sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
A gig's a gig. It's always good to have a song after all these years that is your trademark.
Yes, thank you very much, all right?
Take a couple of ex-lovers, a few synthesizers, some red hair dye, and a surrealist video. And what do you have? The Eurythmics' 1984 hit, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
It's just a perfect pop song. Everything about it is right.
It's really haunting and cool. It was like a dream.
Is looking for something. Some of them want to use you.
We didn't have any money, really, or any instruments, hardly, so we played little milk bottles with water. You can hear them, so when it goes, hold your head up, it goes ding, ding, ding.
Annie Lennox just had such a different look in the video, and it was just very, very sort of stylish. She just looked so striking.
Annie Lennox sort of shaved her hair off, dyed it red, and had a really androgynous look. When you see the video today, it's still quite powerful.
Some of them want to abuse you.
Annie and partner Dave Stewart kept churning out hits until 1990, when they split to pursue separate careers, Dave as a producer and Annie as a solo artist.
Fantastic voice, what a range. She's had a sustained solo career, and now I think sort of motherhood has sort of taken over.
9 years later, the duo hooked up again for an album and tour. Annie and Dave are in their 50s now and still pair up on occasion, but Sweet Dreams remains their magnum opus.
I don't think in the 80s we even knew how cool the Eurythmics were. I think if it was released today, people would say, wow, that's really cutting edge.
Back in '86, the Beastie Boys led the charge in the most important battle of all, the fight for your right to party.
Who didn't want to be the Beastie Boys?
I know. It's just an absolute call to arms for every sort of 17-year-old knucklehead in the world.
It was the voice of the youth. It was anti-establishment. It was everything that rock and roll and pop should be.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
We like to party, we drink beer, we do what we need to do. We're gonna make a lot of money, we're gonna have a good time. You can tell by the words to Fight for Your Right to Party that we're looking out for the kids, because that song, more than anything, is looking out for the kids.
Now that they've gone from punk kids to responsible adults, the Beasties are fighting for different rights like those of women, animals, and the people of Tibet.
The Beastie Boys are such a different crew now. I mean, they're equally as creative, but now they're like all about improving the world.
They are very much lauded artists, and they've definitely taken their fame and used it in interesting ways. Fight for Your Right to Party. It's the best single they ever made.
By 1984, Bruce Springsteen was already a pretty big rock star. Born in the USA turned him into an all-out icon.
When Born in the USA hit, it really catapulted him into superstardom.
That song, I think, let the rest of the world know what New Jersey had known for decades before. How cool the boss was.
Oh, he's sexy, and does he have sexy buns?
The tune was written about a U.S. soldier returning from Vietnam. But lots of folks didn't get it, and Ronald Reagan even tried to use it for his re-election campaign.
The real misconception with this song is that it's a flag-waving, chest-beating song.
I think Bruce is doing a great job for America.
But it's about the people who've had it pretty tough in America.
Now pushing 60, the boss keeps making music with a message and can still outperform guys half his age.
He's got an incredible stage presence and charisma. He can play those 3-4 hour long concerts and keep going. I mean, he's just a dynamo.
You voted and the results are in. More 80s favorites are ahead. Down to the top spot is at number 47. With 1984's We're Not Gonna Take It, shock rockers Twisted Sister boldly declared that they had had just about enough of it.
It's a great metal song. It's an anthem for the ages.
It's a killer. I mean, they're not going to take it anymore. They're not going to take it. I-T. Not having it anymore.
It was in your face, man. And that's what rock and roll should be. It should be in your face.
The inspiration for We're Not Gonna Take It had to be every asshole, idiot, moron I ever encountered in my life. You know, it was, to me, the ultimate statement of rebellion.
tunes become a battle cry at political rallies, sporting events, and pretty much everywhere else.
It's been used on cold remedy commercials. It's been used in children's cartoons. The licensing on it is incredible. As a songwriter, I get the benefit from it.
Singer Dee Snider's not doing too shabby either. He's hosting a radio show.
Welcome to Fangoria Radio, everybody.
And living it up suburban style with his 4 kids and wife, Suzette.
We live a suburban lifestyle, and we have traditional values, but it ain't Leave It to Beaver. That outfit is hot.
This outfit? A workout outfit?
More like it, right?
Twisted Sister still plays a show here and there, even though Dee's calmed down over the years.
I am not mad. I'm actually pretty happy right now, and the integrity of that righteous indignation that I used to express in a song like We're Not Gonna Take It was gone. Couldn't muster it anymore, and I can't muster it now.
Every Breath You Take was 1983's top single, turned the Police into superstars, and made stalking sound sexy. Not bad for 4 minutes.
The way Sting sang that song and the way they played that song, that was one of those songs that kind of touched your soul.
The riff, that hypnotic, repeated riff.
Everyone thinks it's a love song, but it's actually a song of creeping obsession with somebody else. Sting wrote it in the wake of his divorce with his wife.
It's about control. It's about fear.
The lyric being a very sort of vengeful, jealous, slightly threatening lyric, I think is great.
Not the best of friends, the Police self-destructed after one too many squabbles and never recorded another album.
We weren't really at each other's throats, but we've probably gone about as far as we could have done.
Since then, guitarist Andy Summers has penned a memoir and continues to record music. Stuart Copeland drums in various bands and recently made Everyone Stares, a documentary about his old group. And Sting, he's done quite nicely as a solo act. As for a Police reunion, it's out of the question for now.
I can beg as much as I want on camera to get back together, even if it's just for a couple concerts, big ones. Just, I'd like to go see him play, and I know that is probably never going to happen.
America knew her best as the littlest Jackson, but with Nasty, Janet proved she was 100% grown up.
Janet Jackson's Nasty was her coming out.
All of a sudden, she was a nasty girl, and I was like, I love you, Nasty.
A lot of people feel that I'm sexy. I think that's a compliment.
The thing I learned about Janet Jackson's Nasty is her name isn't... Wait. Shh, don't tell me.
No, my first name ain't baby. It's Janet. Miss Jackson if you're nasty.
You tell him, girl.
Nasty boys. Don't do anything.
The song helped make Janet a pop goddess.
You nasty boys.
Her career cruised right up through 2004 when she got a bit too nasty at the Super Bowl.
That nipple gave everybody the excuse to go, how dare she?
Oh, you nasty boys.
At age 40, Ms. Jackson's come roaring back. She's stepping out with hip-hop maestro Jermaine Dupri and recently lost a whopping 60 pounds.
She looks so good at 40.
In 2006, Janet released her 9th album, 20YO, but she still loves the sound of Nasty.
I love it. I love it because it was different then, and it's still very different. You nasty boys.
Hello, we're Bananarama. A trio of spunky Brits, Bananarama turned humidity into a hit with 1984's Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer is one of those quintessential summer songs that whenever it comes on the radio and it's 90 degrees outside and you're headed to the beach and you're like,
it's a cruel, cruel summer.
now it's gone. This is a great song.
They were the type of gals that you knew who'd be up for anything.
They were quintessential bad English girls. They didn't give a hootenanny, and I love that attitude.
In 1989, Siobhan Fahey quit the group to marry Eurythmic Dave Stewart. The other girls kept Bananarama going first with a replacement member and then as a duo. Today, Sarah Dowland lives in London with her teenage daughter, and Karen Woodward ended up marrying Wham's Andrew Ridgeley.
I live with the other one from Wham in the countryside.
The duo released their latest album, Drama, in 2006, but fans won't let them forget their first hit.
Guys come up and they say, oh my God, I used to be such a fan. I had your picture on my wall. And then you look at the Cruel Summer video and you think, why? Just look like a bloke. But the song was a one-off. It was genius.
Coming up, ABC doesn't like to sugarcoat.
9, only on VH1.
Good morning.
Smooth as hell and twice as dashing, ABC outswanked their new romantic competition with 1982's The Look of Love.
When your world is full of strange arrangements.
ABC were such a classy group.
They're very dapper, so very debonair. Martin Fry, the lead singer, was a really sophisticated guy.
Nice of you to say so. Nice of you to say so.
You know it's true.
The Look of Love, really good song. Very simple, but quite sophisticated.
The Look of Love is probably one of our most stupid songs, but it's kind of one of our most profound, really. Yeah, people like it. When we recorded it, we didn't know what to put in the middle, and David Bowie walked in, and he seemed to enjoy the track, and he said it might be a good idea to leave answering machine messages. And in the end, I just did a little speech, my speech from the heart to the nation.
My friends just might ask me. They say, Martin, maybe one day you'll find true love.
Though they had more hits, ABC split in the early 90s, shortly after Martin wrote out a cancer scare.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Martin launched an all-new ABC lineup in the late 90s, but hooked up with original band members in 2004 thanks to VH1's Bands Reunited.
I'm sitting in a restaurant, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, there's 27 people there with a film crew.
So, Martin, I've been sent by the fans of ABC to find the members and invite them to a special reunion. Would you be willing to participate?
In that instant, I figured, yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, okay. He's in.
Now ABC is back on tour and recording a new album for 2007. In Martin's spare time, the married father of two has been giving Hugh Grant pop star lessons for his 2007 movie, Music and Lyrics by.
If you'd asked me all those years ago when I was making The Look of Love if I'd be out there today, I would have said no. So it's a real joy just playing.
Back in the day, fans dubbed The Clash the only band that mattered, and tunes like London Calling proved why.
London calling to the faraway town. Now war is declared and battle come down.
The Clash were an incredible band, just an intelligent, political punk rock band that made great music.
It was actually quite a snotty record. It's actually about how great London is and how rubbish everywhere else is.
London Calling made The Clash into superstars, but the good times didn't last. They officially called it a day in 1986. Mick Jones went on to form Big Audio Dynamite and recently produced for the Libertines and Baby Shambles. Joe Strummer kept performing both by himself and with other bands until his death in 2002 from heart failure.
I was absolutely shocked and heartbroken when Joe Strummer died. I mean, I was still wishing with all my heart that the Clash were going to get back together.
Though the Clash split 2 decades ago, London Calling remains as controversial as ever.
London calling.
In 2006, a man was detained at a British airport by anti-terrorist officers for singing the song during a cab ride.
You see, that's what's wrong with the world today. You can't sit in the back of a cab and sing London Calling without somebody thinking you're a terrorist. There should be more tunes out there like that.
Up next, a crew classic of Countdown. VH1 asked the Go-Go's guitarist where she thinks Our Lips Are Sealed should place in the top 100.
Oh, number one. Geez. I think it would be rad if it was top 20. Just the fact that Our Lips Are Sealed is in the top 100 is something to be immensely proud of.
Your votes are in. Did Jane go to the top 20? Keep watching VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 80s to find out.
VH1 Films presents Totally Awesome.
Record company calls me up and goes, T-Bone? Yeah, I go, yeah. They go, your record just went number one. Yeah!
With 1989's Dr. Feelgood, Motley Crue leapt from mid-level headbangers to total effing rock stars.
Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood basically made that band an institution.
I thought Dr. Feelgood was the best record they had ever done.
That's typical Motley, abrasive, loud, obnoxious.
It really captures what that whole LA Sunset Strip scene was about, the excessive party side of it.
Though Dr. Feelgood was all about drugs, Motley swore them off while recording the album.
Who knew the healthy Motley Crue would be the heaviest thing ever? The Crue showed they could live clean and still rock and destroy stadiums around the world.
Sobriety didn't last, but the Crue did, despite all the drama.
Motley Crue were the lifestylers that everybody wanted. Getting arrested, dying, coming back to life, porn tapes, the whole 9 yards. Go!
Crew members have come, gone, and come back again. They even wrote a book about their saga. But in 2005, the original gang reunited for another shot at glory.
That's one of those ones you greet with, yes, Motley Crue's coming back.
Congratulations, Motley Crue. Here's the 25 more years of debauchery. Yeah.
We're done for now, but your picks for the top 40 songs of the 80s are still ahead. Keep watching. Give me a beat! And Beehive. George's B-52s were the 80s band you most wanted to party with, and they knew just the right place to do it.
That song makes you smile. If you're in a bad mood, you should listen to that song.
Love Shack made you this dance. They brought this dance back. And I don't care who you are, your ass is doing that dance.
When I came up with the title, I just pictured this place we used to go to in Athens called the Hawaiian Halig. This place that looked like nothing, and you'd open the door and all of a sudden it's the wildest disco funk dance party going.
Since Love Shack, the B-52s have whipped up the sassiest of side projects. Singer Kate Pearson opened upstate New York's trippiest motel. And Fred Schneider's hosting a Friday night free-for-all on Sirius Satellite Radio.
It's called Party Out of Bounds, and I play a lot of 80s dance mixes, and I just talk trash.
Right now, the B-52s are working on a new album due out in 2007.
They're kind of like timeless. They still are. You know, you can hear Love Shack anywhere in the world today, and it sounds fantastic.
Of course, now it's a wedding stick. I'm sure people are totally sick of it. Like, if I do karaoke, I won't do it. I'd rather sing Flash Dance.
Though they never had much chart success, Modern English made all the new wave kids swoon with 1982's super romantic I Melt With You.
It's kind of beautiful in its own way. You're like, that's kind of what you would wish somebody would say to you. You know, I'd do anything for you. I'd stop the world to be with you.
I remember hearing the song and just feeling like this song truly represents everything that I feel about boy A, B, C, and D, you know, in my junior high school class.
This was a good, like, first song, second side, mixtape for someone you like.
Modern English has reaped crazy mileage out of their lone hit, including a mid-90s ad campaign for Burger King.
We didn't have any control on that. The publisher sold it, but we did have a problem with it because at the time the keyboard player was a vegan. But it was $90,000, so we couldn't really complain too much, you know what I mean?
Lead singer Robbie Gray continued to front a revamped Modern English, but he's recently put music aside.
I don't play anymore at all, and I won't play anymore. I'm finished with that. I've moved on to other things in my life. But it was good. I'm living in the country, and I've opened a vintage clothing store. Basically a slower pace of life, which is nice.
You too, it's the message, not the music.
Straight out of mid-70s Dublin, U2 was politically passionate right from the start, and it culminated with 1984's Pride in the Name of Love.
We're not a cause band, but there's certain things you just got to stick your neck out on if you believe it.
That was a song that jumped out of the speakers.
It was an uplifting, catchy, engulfing song.
Composed by Bono, the roaring anthem paid tribute to the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I think once you know what it's about the King, changes everything.
Whoa, it's even more powerful now that it's by Martin Luther King. It was already powerful because he was in the name of love.
It can be really dangerous for bands from other countries to start talking about the United States history, but they did it in a very powerful and moving way.
And for U2, serious tunes required serious hair.
There was no mullet mightier than Bono's in the 80s. I mean, it was a power mullet.
The mullet is making a comeback, and I'm glad to see.
Bono's hockey hair is long gone, and now the three-time Nobel Peace Prize nominee campaigns for third world debt relief and the African AIDS epidemic.
Bono is a spokesman for a fair amount of organisations. I think that's pretty good. I love it when I go on the web and I see pictures of him with George Bush.
Aerosmith, normally an awesomely raunchy rock band, but in 1989, Janie's Got a Gun took the band way beyond guitars and TNA.
That record blew my mind.
It was just such a great song. I mean, come on. I mean, everything is a hook. Hook, 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 hook. It was just awesome.
For what people expected out of them, this was an odd song.
Yeah, it was a pretty serious issue.
The theme of the song is basically about a girl who's sexually abused by her father, and the extreme she goes to reconcile the pain she's feeling. We've got a lot of fan mail from people appreciating that we did the song and dealt with that subject, because it's one of those things that people don't like to talk about.
These days, Steven Tyler is living the good life as a grandpa. While guitarist Joe Perry has created his own line of hot sauces aptly titled Rock Your World.
One's the Boneyard Brew, and the other one's Peach Mango Tango. I love it on steak or hamburgers. It's not super hot. It's got just enough bite. It's to be kind of an everyday sauce. It's doing really well.
As for Aerosmith, the band is well into their 4th decade and aren't throwing in the towel anytime soon.
We don't very often think about the big picture. That's probably why we still are together, because we still feel like we have other mountains to climb, we have better records to make.
You, the 80s. Check out New Kids on the Block fans from Westbury, New York in 1989.
New Kids on the Block are awesome. I love them. They're terrific. They're great dancers.
Hang and Tough's a good song, and it's a really good anthem.
What do you like about Donnie?
It's gorgeous. I thought it was the best thing I ever saw, ever. And it will be, I'm sure.
Coming up, song number 36.
This week, all week long on VH1.
You voted, we counted, now your pick for number 36. It's the one phone number you'll never forget. In 1981, San Francisco group Tommy Two-Tone turned 7 simple digits into an off-the-hook smash.
The song is catchy as hell, and to this day, I could still sing it to you.
Those phone numbers, those digits, you can't shake them.
I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've actually dialed 867-5309. Then I'm like, hi, is Jenny there?
Unable to duplicate their only hit, Tommy Two-Tone was kaput by 1983. Now in his 50s, lead singer Tommy Heath juggles 3 daughters and his day job as a computer programmer.
Some people would consider it really mundane, but after you play guitar, it seems exotic to go in the office.
Tommy's band hits the road from time to time, and Jenny is always on the set list.
We still do Jenny, and it's really enjoyable to play. It's not drudgery.
More than 20 years later, Jenny's digits are still in demand. When a New York attorney tried to sell the number on eBay, bids went up to $100,000.
I was surprised they were still giving it out. I guess it's the part of American culture now.
In 1981, Genesis Skins man Phil Collins put out In the Air Tonight, a pounding spook fest with drums to die for.
That song, when it came on, didn't sound like anything else, and that blew my mind. I was like, who's that, and what is that?
I always loved that song because it was so intense.
That guy could really create an atmosphere.
Once the song exploded, rumors about the lyrics started flying.
The myth behind it was that Phil Collins watched some guy watch some other guy drown. Which we were like, if you watch some guy watch some other guy down, you watched him drown too. You let him drown too, Phil.
The truth is that I was going through an unpleasant divorce, but all these stories, whenever I come to America, then I hear a new bit.
I hear if you do stand in a bathroom with lights off and it's dark and you say, in the air tonight 3 times, you'll see Phil Collins' ghostly face in the mirror.
That song is one of those songs that everybody got stoned as hell and turned it up as loud as they could for the part where the drums come in. Oh man, I love that.
After ruling the 80s, Phil's career cooled off a bit. Now in his mid-50s, he continues to tour and recently scored the Disney musical Tarzan.
Phil Collins is great because he looks like every man. He's a rock star, but he looks like he could be, you know, your friend's dad.
They were pop metalheads who knew heartache, and Poison were never more sensitive than the four-hanky weeper Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Great song.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night.
Every Rose Has Its Thorn is a classic rock song. Go play that on acoustic guitar. If you want in front of a chick, they'll go, oh, yeah.
The 1988 power ballad was inspired by a fateful phone call that revealed Bret Michaels' stripper girlfriend was cheating on him.
I'll never forget sitting there and calling back on the payphone and heard the worried sound of her voice, and then I heard the male cough. One weird moment of jealousy and anger and loneliness, you know, heartbreak, caused me to write a great song.
Every rose has its thorn.
Poison's reign ended in the mid-90s, but each guy has kept busy. Bret formed a production company with Charlie Sheen, and 2006 brought guitarist CeCe DeVille to VH1's The Surreal Life cast.
Let's remember we're a happy family.
Poison celebrated their 20th anniversary in 2006 with a successful summer tour, performing their sentimental hit for the hair metal faithful.
When we hit into the Every Rose Has Its Thorn, people go insane. It's a timeless classic written out of my heartache.
Somewhere between really romantic and kind of creepy lies Tainted Love, Soft Cell's 1981 hit about the joys of obsession.
That's a great track. That's an undeniable classic track.
Cool song. There's a darkness about it. Well, Tainted Love. There you go right there. What does that mean?
Mark Coleman was one of my favorites. Pouting, cavorting, and wearing eyeliner better than a lot of women.
He has a great voice, very distinctive voice, but it's out of control.
Oh, tainted love. Tainted love.
We were sort of sick, really, of the way that electronic music was now being used in a cold sort of way. We wanted to inject a bit of like humanness into it.
Unable to turn out more hits, Mark Almond refashioned himself as a cabaret singer, but by 2003, he'd gotten back together with his Soft Cell partner, David Ball.
Don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you, though you hurt me so.
As for Tainted Love, well, with covers by Marilyn Manson, the Pussycat Dolls, and Rihanna, the song's been doing quite well for itself.
You hear it now, it's been nipped and recycled in so many songs. That is an iconic song for a lot of people.
Tainted love.
When we return, the enigma of Night Ranger's Sister Chris. Now the answer to our Headband Heroes quiz. Which pop star donned this glorious headband? It's Nick Rhodes of Duran Duran. You could say he was hungry like the wolf for headbands. Now let's get back to the countdown. Sister Christian by Night Ranger. Sweeping, emotional, and totally confusing.
I don't know what the song means. It's one of the greatest rock songs of all times. It's inextricably linked with my 80s experience.
Sister Christian, oh, the time has come.
I love the song because it's got two kind of grooves. It's got a slow groove, and then it's kind of got a big out groove. As soon as they break into Motorin, the crowd goes crazy for it.
Motorin is it's a little bit stronger painkiller than Tylenol.
Yeah, and when you take a lot of it,
Motorin was another way of saying cruising. You're going to go out and cruise the main drag.
Kelly Kagi, our drummer wrote it. Kelly wrote it, and it was about his sister, whose name is Christy.
And he was kind of saying, you're coming of age. It's difficult for your older brother to watch you get older, and guys are going to start feeling your boobs and all that.
Sister Christian, there's so much in life.
After some much-needed time off, Night Ranger made their glorious return in the late 90s, eager to wow crowds again with the saga of Sister Christian.
I love it. The smile and the joy on people's faces, you know, and everybody getting ready to sing, you know, doing air drums. Dun, 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 dun.
Today, the real Sister Christian is an office manager in Portland, staying as far away from the spotlight as possible.
I understood that she had to live that down because when the word got out, it got a little intense for her that, oh, the song's about you, and everybody started like teasing her and stuff like that, and you know how people can be.
The year 1981. The Players are two of rock's greatest showmen. The song, totally friggin' transcendent.
Queen David Bowie, Under Pressure, probably one of the greatest songs written of all time. Forget the 80s.
That's like all-star casting.
It was a great collaboration. It made sense.
The tune's stellar bass line resurfaced in 1990 when a certain white rapper used it without permission for Ice Ice Baby.
We sampled him from him, but it's not the same bass line. Like he goes ding 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 diggy ding ding. Ours goes ding 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 diggy ding 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 diggy ding ding. That little bitty change. It's not the same.
When Freddie Mercury died of AIDS in November of 1991, everyone assumed it was the end of Queen. But the band came back to life in 2005 with Bad Company's Paul Rodgers at the helm.
We're not going out there with somebody pretending to be Freddie Mercury. We are what we are now. We're not what we were then. We're just going out playing our songs.
Tiny, tough, and oh so very talented. Pat Benatar became the 80s' only 5-foot giant with Love is a Battlefield.
What I love about Love is a Battlefield is that she's so dramatic the way she sings. She's so operatic.
One of the greatest female singers to ever open her mouth.
Pat's hot. She's a good ass-kicking singer chick.
Pat Benatar had this really interesting mix of like Joan Jett and Liza Minnelli.
This video is actually kind of hilarious when you watch it. Her father tells her, if you leave this house, don't ever think of coming back here again.
You leave this house and just forget about coming back.
She goes out and becomes a hooker. This is Pimp, and he's roughing up one of the girls, and then Pat Benatar makes a beeline for him, and she gets right up in his face, and she starts doing this shoulder shake dance.
Some of these, some of these, some of this, some of this.
He's like, oh. He's like, what? Shoulders going back and forth. Wait a minute. I can't deal with that kind of heat. I can't deal with that type of choreography. I'm out of here.
Though she kept turning out records, Pat Mania ebbed over time. These days, the mother of two is still rocking, along with husband and songwriting partner of 25 years, Neil Giraldo.
If anyone would have said that when you're 50 years old, you're going to still be doing this, I would have laughed in their face. I figured I'd probably do this till I was 30. So it's amazing to me, and I am forever grateful that I still get to do what I love.
Love is a battlefield.
They were art school intellectuals with ears for pop, and when Talking Heads released Burning Down the House in 1983, mainstream radio finally took notice.
Burning Down the House, great song, great rhythm, great groove.
Talking Heads, Burning Down the House. Everything David Byrne does is fantastic.
As for the song title, drummer Chris France had gone to a P-Funk show, heard fans chanting, and brought it up to his bandmates mid-rehearsal.
Their fans were screaming that burn down the house.
And then David took that and he said,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Burn down the house.
Chart-wise, the tune was a high point for Talking Heads. A few albums later, they called it a day.
What led to it? David Byrne's desire to have the whole shebang for himself.
After the breakup, Byrne went solo and started his own record label, while keyboardist Jerry Harrison became a producer for bands like Live and No Doubt. Married couple France and Weymouth have 2 kids and have been releasing albums as the Tom Tom Club since 1981. Talking Heads reunited for one night in 2002 when they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But don't hold your breath for a full-on reunion.
I had dinner with David Byrne about 1.5 years ago, and I asked him, you know, David, we got these really great offers. We don't even have to do a new record. We'll just play our old stuff. 2 days later, he sent me an email saying, I told you never to ask me that, and I'll say it again. I'm never going to reunite the Talking Heads. C'est la vie.
Oh, sweet, wonderful Wham! Together, George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley blessed the world with Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, the funniest, fizziest 4 minutes we had ever known.
I think that Wake Me Up Before You Go Go is literally the best pop song ever written.
George penned the effervescent hit based on the scribblings of his partner.
The title came from a note that Andrew had left for his mother on the table. That is the most shocking video, the most terrible shorts and day-glow gloves. I think they'll be horrified at the video and they look back at that one. But I rather enjoy it.
Go-Go launched Wham! Into the pop stratosphere, but they didn't stay there for long. Just 2 years later, the pair said arrivederci.
How do you feel about them splitting up?
I'm not too worried. I think the George Michael's all right. George is a real songwriter. He can do the bits all right.
Post-Wham, George Michael went on to make lots of hits as a solo artist and rack up lots of arrests.
It's cold out there, but it's warm in bed. They can dance.
Andrew, well, in 1986, he gave pro racing a go-go. Then in 1990, he released an ill-fated solo album. These days, Ridgeley makes his home in Cornwall with his wife, Bananarama's Karen Woodward.
He surfs, he plays golf and drinks beer mostly.
After 20 years apart, Wham! Announced plans to reunite for a Christmas concert in 2006.
So don't go away. Don't.
And the countdown is up to number 27. With a pretty sound and even prettier hair, Kaja Gugu Baby talked their way up the charts with 1983's Too Shy.
It was like this nursery rhyme that just got stuck in your head and you couldn't stop singing it.
It was really, I think, looking at Lamal that did it for chicks, and the way that he looked at the camera. He was a very sexy 80s dude.
Lamal's multi-toned mushroom look. That's good.
The group scored big with Too Shy, but still fired lead singer Lamal that very same year.
I was fired in a phone call. I picked up the phone to hear the manager say, "Hi, Lamal, we're all here having a meeting. We've decided to carry on without you." I was absolutely gobsmacked. Talk about emotional roller coaster ride. And I got through all this without therapy.
The Lamal-less Kaja Gugu, named Kaja, soon faded out, while the newly solo frontman thrived through the early 90s. Now he's performing again thanks to the recent craze for anything 80s.
I'm back to being a full-time musician. I'm really like an antique because I seem to have gained more value as the years have gone by.
As for his lovely locks,
my hair is a little different today because I simply wanted to change. I'm fun, happy-go-lucky, even a naughty boy. And my hair is somehow a part of all that.
80's radio was light and fluffy. Welcome to the Jungle was not. The predatory classic put Guns N' Roses on the map and saved metal from certain doom.
It was just something out of left field.
It was complete balls to the wall, male testosterone. It was great.
Fast, loud, and downright vicious, the tune chronicled Axl Rose's jaunt from small-town Indiana to the sleazy Sunset Strip.
I hit L.A. with a backpack, a piece of steel in one hand, and a can of mace in the other.
Pimps, drugs, and prostitutes. I mean, L.A.
Thanks to a major push by MTV, the song made GNR rock gods. But it didn't last long. By 1992, band fighting and Axl's onstage mood swings took their toll.
We never know if we're going to do an encore or if I'm going to get, like, pissed off and leave.
Since their breakup, band members Slash and Duff have struck gold with Velvet Revolver. As for Axl, when he's not touring with a revamped GNR, the Corn Road singer is getting in fights with fashion icons.
I don't know what Tommy Hilfiger was thinking, trying to beat up Axl Rose. But Axl Rose looks like he could kick your ass and, like, eat it afterwards. 5 foxy ladies who paid their punk dues. The Go-Go's specialized in bubbly 80s pop, and Our Lips Are Sealed was bouncy to the max.
That is a timeless pop song. Perfect hook.
They were the kids you wanted to hang out with. You know, fun, trouble, cute. Didn't want to admit at the time, but I thought they made just an amazing record.
Lips resulted from a secret tryst between guitarist Jane Weedland and Specials vocalist Terry Hall.
The group, the Specials, came to Los Angeles. We met them, and the singer and I kind of developed a crush on each other, and he sent me some lyrics to various songs, one of which was the beginning of Our Lips Are Sealed.
But thanks to drugs, band fights, and all-around angst, the ladies only lasted into the mid-80s. Head go-go Belinda Carlisle ended up with a successful solo career, while Jane kept busy with music and moonlighting as a dominatrix, a hobby she revealed on VH1's The Surreal Life.
Welcome to my dirty little secret.
Who knew? She was dominatrix. I was already turned on already, and I saw that. I'm like, I'm so in.
In the mid-90s, the Go-Go's got over their differences, and today they're back out on the road.
In a lot of ways, not that much has changed. We still get on each other's nerves, and we still care about each other, and I still think there's magic that happens when we play together.
Aha's Take On Me, the best thing from Norway since Vikings.
That song is just so good. I listen to it at least once a week.
That was a great video, too. He was sort of trapped in a cartoon, and he was trying to break out of the borders of his cartoon world to get the girl of his dreams.
The video was insane. It was the best video I've ever seen.
Take on me. Take me on. I don't even know how they talk, but they don't speak like we do.
That's the best part, is it wasn't even in English, as far as I know.
What an amazing high note for a guy to reach.
It's the gnarliest falsetto. It's the major hook of the song. He keeps going and going and going and going.
I'll be gone
he just went, and just hit that note, and it was like, my God, my dogs went, woo.
Take On Me was a-ha's sole U.S. hit, but the group still has a huge, passionate following overseas.
And you know, they're still playing. Those guys still sell at arenas in Norway and elsewhere around the world, and he's got to hit that note every night. You know, and I don't think they had Pro Tools back then, Missy. You know what I'm saying? He hit that for real.
Still to come, why Cyndi Lauper never gets old.
I can't even believe that Cyndi Lauper is in her 50s. That is incomprehensible to me.
In 1984, thrift store refugee Cyndi Lauper yelped her way to pop stardom with one simple, undeniable truth. Girls, they want to have fun.
She was the Pied Piper of that message, which was invent yourself. And I think this song was a great anthem for that.
There was no girl that didn't listen to it and love it.
She's adorable. She's so cute, you know?
Captain Lou Albano was her dad. The woman in the video was actually her real mom. And it was just lots of this and the conga lines of the girls. And it was so much fun.
Now a married mom of one living in New York, 50-something Cyndi still tours and recently did a stint on Broadway.
I can't even believe that Cyndi Lauper is in her 50s. That is incomprehensible to me because she will always have a very youthful, sprightly quality.
And Girls Just Want to Have Fun still strikes a chord with chicks looking to let loose.
I think a song about empowerment and entitlement to be happy is a good thing, and I'm grateful to be part of them.
This is Robert from The Cure, and it's time for Gloom and Doom.
If you were a goth in love in the 80s, chances are The Cure's Just Like Heaven never left your Walkman.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said.
It was so easy to fall in love with as a teenage girl. I sort of jumped into this whole Cure thing, and I started wearing all black, and I was, buying like really dark purple lipstick.
They were my intro into like club cigs and like dark clothes and, drawing skeletons on your peachy folder.
I don't think that we have that much influence sort of image-wise, to be honest. I think that the people who like us are it's sort of more individual anyway.
The band already had a strong cult following, but Just Like Heaven took their music to the masses.
I think the really hardcore fans know what it's about. The new people, they're just like, oh, they play it on the radio, so, I think we'll like it.
That song, Just Like Heaven, took them into the next level where, like, oh, God, Jim on the football team likes a Cure now.
Today, Mr. Smith and company are still on the road, in the studio, and rocking those ruby reds.
I found myself alone above the raging sea.
It's pretty amazing. There were still like 14-year-old kids with eyeliner and like black clothes rocking out, and then there were 45-year-old people bobbing their heads. So yeah, it's nice to see The Cure live on.
Just like heaven.
Still to come, a music team that can't be beat.
Having Eddie Van Halen play on it and then listening to Michael Jackson's hooks and melodies, it made it a humongous hit.
But first, Daryl McDaniel's final countdown. The D in Run DMC weighs in on where Walk This Way should rank.
Wow, there's a lot of good ones. If I really think about it, I think Walk This Way would definitely be up there in the top 10.
Votes are in. Did Daryl and his Adidas crack the top 10? Keep watching VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 80s to...
Everything Michael Jackson did in that era was flawless.
Off Michael Jackson's king-making 1982 album Thriller, Beat It was part rock, part R&B, and all hit.
Really nailed it on that record. It was just what people wanted to hear.
Awesome song. Great hit. Just the king of pop.
was great because it just kicked off with that awesome guitar, you know, and which was Eddie Van Halen. Having Eddie Van Halen play on it and then listening to Michael Jackson's hooks and melodies, it made it a humongous hit.
Michael Jackson hired real gang members for the Beat It video, and it's amazing. I did not know the Bloods and Crips were that versed in West Side Story style choreography.
This is the video where he first saw the multi-zippered red jacket.
I had that jacket. It came with a glove.
Today, Michael's reportedly at work on a new album, due out in 2007. Until it drops, fans will just have to make do with the classics.
People today have never really seen a star unless they were alive in the 80s to witness Michael Jackson.
That's it for this hour of 80s songs, but your picks for the top 20 are still to come.
Jesse's Girl, man. I love this song.
When Aussie heartthrob Rick Springfield came out with Jesse's Girl in 1981, he had himself an awesome #1 hit, but the lyrics weren't a hit with everyone.
Jesse's got himself a girl and I want to make her mine.
Is Rick Springfield talking about another guy's chick?
That's like a guy code violation. You're not supposed to do that. Even if she's hot, you could tell your other friends, like, man, you know, she's hot. You don't write a song about it.
She doesn't care about his friend Jesse. Well,
A number of guys that came up to me and said, yeah, you know. Two have looked in the mirror and said, what the hell didn't she see in me, you know?
In real life, Rick could have had any girl he wanted. You see, before he was a rock star, he was uber stud Dr. Noah Drake on the 80s greatest soap opera.
I remember most of the girls loving Rick Springfield because of him being on General Hospital.
What should we drink to?
His career cooled by the mid-80s, but Rick kept touring and acting, even making a triumphant return to General Hospital in 2006.
My heart kept saying that if I just kept operating, she would be okay.
Nearing 60, Rick still rocks Jesse's Girl whenever he gets the chance, like at the 2006 Daytime Emmys.
I'm likened it to trotting your favorite kid out for everyone to admire. But it's great. I always get a charge on. I always get a charge hearing it on the radio, too.
And I have to say, he's held up rather well. He looked quite good, didn't he? He's a handsome man.
Hot off the success of Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Cyndi Lauper decided to slow things down a notch. The result? Time After Time.
I remember hearing it for the first time and actually crying because it's such a gorgeous song.
we had a song about the same time called Time After Time. I was like, well, why isn't ours a hit? Because it's not as good as hers, that's fine.
Lauper co-wrote the song with Rob Hyman of the Hooters and found inspiration in an unlikely place.
I was just looking in the TV guide, you know, just for fake titles, not titles that would stay. So there was this movie, Time After Time, so I wrote it, and I said, oh, yeah, we'll use this.
Cyndi's fame peaked in the mid-80s, but Time After Time has become a standard, covered by Miles Davis, Willie Nelson, Joey McIntyre, and others. And in 2005, she rejiggered the tune for her album, The Body Acoustic.
If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time.
I've seen her do it in concert now, like a slowed down, mellower version of it, and it's so powerful. Time After Time shows that a good song is a good song and stands the test of time.
I will be waiting time after time.
The 80s ultimate one-hit wonders, they made wearing overalls chic and turned Toura Louraye into a catchphrase. Behold Dexy's Midnight Runners with Come On Eileen.
Come On Eileen's a fantastic anthem.
When you take overalls and traditional Celtic instruments, add that to a pop song, you have Come On Eileen.
If you were a high school girl and your name was Eileen, forget about it. Your life was hell. Every day in the hallway, people would be like, Eileen, there's something white on your dress.
But all that stardom got way hard for frontman Roland. He ditched Dexys in '86 and turned to drugs to battle his depression.
I only had a little taste of that fame that some people go through, but for a few months it was quite intense. I must admit I found it very difficult.
13 years later, Kevin re-emerged with a solo album and a fancy new look to go along with it.
People hadn't seen me for years, and all of a sudden they see me in this full-blown dress with the skirt of it pulled up. It really freaked a lot of people out.
Today, Roland's hammering out a new record and trying to live down Dexy's most famous track.
I'm not proud of the fact that Dexys is only known for one song. But that's life. You can't have everything you want, you know. I'm okay.
With a big voice, bigger hair, and a band named after his privates, David Coverdale kicked pop metal in the ass with Whitesnake's 1987 gem, Here I Go Again.
I don't know where I'm going.
Here I Go Again is an ultimate 80s rock song.
Everybody was singing that song.
It was just one of those songs that undeniably gets you pumped up.
Screw the song. Let's talk about Tawny Katane flapping around on the Jaguar.
Tawny Katane was Coverdale's wife-to-be, a flame-haired vixen who specialized in writhing.
Everybody's like, man, dude, that chick's hot. You know, I'd love to her. Everybody like, man, like, get me some of that.
Tawny Katane came and got me, made me weak in the knees, made my blood turn to wine. It was a very heady experience. And I had to straddle her across the hood of my Jaguar.
That was softcore porn to a 13-year-old. I mean, seriously, that video goes in the spank bank for sure.
Whitesnake died out with the rest of Hair Metal Nation until David resurrected the band in 2003.
I'd get phone calls from people, why don't you go back on the road, David? You know, the industry needs you. The world needs you. Or whatever.
David and Tawny broke up in '91, but their song lives on in infamy.
It is something that you can play today and people can still rock out to.
VH1 asked, you voted, and it's Funky Goes to Hollywood fans from Los Angeles, California in 1984.
The greatest thing about Frankie Goes to Hollywood is that they're adding a new original thing to the music scene. They're like different from all other kinds of bands. We all love him. Frankie's killed. We're going to see him the next couple days at the Palace. We're also like, Frankie's great because they're different.
I think this is just another passing fad from England.
No. I think they're here to stay.
I mean, we said that about Duran Duran and Culture Club, too. They're sticking around. We said that about the Beatles. They're sticking around still. No, this is for real.
This summer,
I would invite you, but I know you have your meeting with the Lollipop Guild.
Mike Myers, the Love Guru, rated PG-13 Friday. These New Yorkers know great pasta.
It's really good. Now.
INXS's Need You Tonight, the guitar riff on that is the music equivalent of sex.
From its slithery beats to its fall-down, foxy singer, INXS's Need You Tonight was the 3 steamiest minutes of the 80s.
It's so slinky and sexy.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch for that. I die for that.
Michael Hutchence was just fierce. He just had this kind of mystical darkness to him. I need you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping.
INXS fever died down by the early 90s. They were on the verge of a comeback in '97 when tragedy struck.
Hutchins was found dead in a hotel room near his native Sydney, Australia on Saturday, on the eve of what was to have been a 20th anniversary concert tour with the band he'd fronted for so long.
Stunned, the band tried to make a go of it with guest singers. It didn't work. So in 2005, they partnered with reality show Rockstar to find a permanent replacement.
JD, you are right for our band in excess. You are the rock star!
The fans have accepted me into the band a lot better than I thought they would.
It's interesting hearing JD sing the other songs because, you know, he does have his own take.
You come to our show and you're not going to walk away saying, oh, I didn't get my money's worth. I mean, quite the opposite, you know. I often say we should charge a little more. No, I'm just kidding.
To let you know, you're one of my kind, yeah.
Jump, first off, is a verb. You can't go wrong with a positive verb.
In 1984, Van Halen were the undisputable kings of guitar rock, but Jump proved that they were pretty handy with a synthesizer, too.
Van Halen's Jump, man, I mean, that is one of those songs. It is a seminal 80s tune.
The first time I heard Jump, I was kind of like, wait a minute.
Boy, what a controversy when that song comes out. Look what Eddie's playing. He's playing a synth.
Eddie Van Halen on keyboards was just like, what the f is that?
The keyboard sound from Jump was when we started to assimilate a little bit more of what was happening around us.
I think a lot of the true Van Halen traditionalists were kind of turned off by the keyboard song at first.
Long story short, turns out to be their biggest hit ever.
Though Jump was ginormous, Diamond Dave went solo in 1985. Sammy Hagar filled in nicely, but the rest of the bands carried a grudge for, 20 years.
He's the one that spit in my face. Sorry, but that's the facts. I'll take a lie detector test. Are you willing to, Dave?
It's been a tough road for those guys. They've been through a lot, but Jump was really their crowning moment.
Today, Van Halen is no more. Eddie survived a recent cancer scare, while Dave's done some work as an EMT and drive-time DJ. Though their feud blazes on, a new generation is being treated to a different kind of Jump, Dave's bluegrass version.
I think it's kind of wild he's doing a bluegrass version of that. I mean, I saw some of it on TV, and he's just like, you know, he's just like smiling all the time. It was pretty interesting.
Cleopatra had nothing on the Bangles. 1986's Walk Like an Egyptian turned the Cali Quartet into household names and dance pioneers.
It's so funny and catchy. The whole thing just really sticks in your head.
Something about it is sort of irresistible. And then we decided, well, if we're going to do this, let's just take it all the way and actually create a dance to go with it.
You'll probably see a montage of people doing it right now.
Walk like an Egyptian.
I never really could walk like an Egyptian.
Walk Like an Egyptian had perhaps the industry standard whistle solo in the 80s. The secret to the success of the Bangles, Susanna Hoff's crazy eyes.
Guys dug. She was a hot chick.
But tension swelled as Susanna became the group's focal point, and the ladies split in 1989. Hoff put out a pair of albums on her own, only to find she missed her girls.
Walk like an Egyptian.
I missed most of all the camaraderie and the musical collaboration that we had. I was the one who was the real instigator in pulling it back together.
Now married to Austin Powers director Jay Roach and a mother of two, Susanna got her wish in 2000 when the Bangles reunited. Recently, the group have been writing new stuff and playing shows, though they still get down Pharaoh style.
There's so many people out there who relate to it on a nostalgic level and love it, and it's just fun.
Some say it was about love, others God, but one thing's for sure, U2's With or Without You was a total 80s masterpiece.
See the stone set in your eyes.
When With or Without You came out, man, I mean, that was chilling to me.
I'll wait for you.
It's just one of those songs that has to be in the fibre of most human beings now.
Music can set people on fire.
Bono and U2 is coming from here. They play from the heart. They sing about the heart.
After 30 years together, U2 are still at it. The greatest band to emerge from the 80s, U2 are just as popular decades later, and with good reason.
I can't think of a band that deserves success more than them.
At this stage in our career, for people to still applaud at this level is amazing. So we're very happy, and it feels better now than it ever did.
Back in '85, catchy, clean-cut tunes like How Will I Know turned Whitney Houston into the spunky sweetheart of R&B.
Whitney Houston is my love. I love her. And How Will I Know is so cute. It's adorable.
Everybody sang that song. I don't care who you are. You all sang it.
How will I know? Talk to me, baby. How will I know?
You didn't want to admit at the time, as a high school guy, that you liked Whitney Houston. But when it came on the radio, you know,
How will I know?
I work hard at what I do. I'm very serious about what I do. This is my job. But I love it, and I have a lot of fun at it.
In the years after her debut, Whitney went from gifted kid to legendary diva. But recently, her talent's taken a back seat to some wacky behavior.
She became Mrs. Bobby Brown, and, you know, then all of the drama got a little much for us.
Whitney was working on a comeback album in September 2006 when she shockingly filed for divorce. But don't worry, there's a not-so-secret admirer ready to fill the void.
Apparently, Osama bin Laden, so obsessed with Whitney Houston, he actually joked to his mistress about killing Bobby Brown. I don't need a joke for that.
After the break, hip-hop rocks out.
It was the first time that somebody mixed
This incredible headband? It's Loverboy's Mike Reno. It gets sweaty when you're working for the weekend. Now, back to the countdown. In 1981, Arena Rockers Journey released Don't Stop Believin', and the rest is awesome karaoke-soaked history.
That song was like an after-school special set to music.
Don't Stop Believin'. This is the best vocal ever.
Steve Perry's voice is mind-boggling.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit.
This is like a lip syncer's dream.
It is the ultimate karaoke song because it's a song that everyone can sing along to.
Hold on to that feeling.
I heard it in a spin class a couple of weeks ago, and I almost cried. It's the gayest thing I've ever said. Glad you're here for it.
Journey ended their, journey in 1987. Neil Schon and Jonathan Cain formed Bad English with Missing You singer John Waite, while singer Steve Perry kept a low profile, performing occasionally and working as a producer. Today, a Steve Perry-less Journey is back on tour. As for Don't Stop Believin', in 2005, the Chicago White Sox chose it as their World Series theme song. Plus, it was featured on MTV's Laguna Beach. After the episode aired, the decades-old song jumped into iTunes' top 10 sales chart.
Journey is timeless, and that song especially. It doesn't sound dated, you know. It's still a beautiful, sweeping, like, orgasm of the song.
AC/DC's You Shook Me All Night Long. So good, it barely needs an introduction.
Everybody knows that's a great rock song. Everybody knows that.
That's like one of those classic rock songs. It's just about, like, you know, getting laid.
AC/DC were always about that. There was always sexual innuendos in their songs.
I'm not sure you could call it innuendo. It's pretty straightforward.
Well, most of AC/DC stuff is from south of the belt buckle. That's where it's coming from. You don't have to think. You just feel. It's primal.
When original frontman Bon Scott died in 1980, AC/DC looked done for. Then they recruited Brian Johnson. His vocals on You Shook Me proved the band wasn't finished yet.
I think I surprised myself when I first heard about it. Somebody's dying in there. And it was me.
He's not singing, you know, he's screaming. Well, you got to, you know, make it.
Differentiate between the two.
It ain't opera.
Recently, Johnson's taken up a non-rock pastime. He's working on a Helen of Troy musical.
It's a real comedic musical. I've heard parts of it, and it's great. There is no AC/DC influence whatsoever.
Brian still sings with perennial schoolboy Angus Young and the rest of the 50-something AC/DC gang, and they don't show any signs of slowing down soon.
We can promise, you know, many more years, fruitful years of, you know, good old, you know, toe-tapping, in-your-face rock and roll.
Yes, y'all. This is it, y'all. We make a record with the Aerosmith, y'all.
For the longest time, folks raised on guitar rock never really got rap music. That all changed in 1986 when Run DMC joined up with Aerosmith for Walk This Way.
This is one of the greatest collaborations of all time.
Run DMC was almost done with their third album, Raising Hell, when producer Rick Rubin suggested covering the 1976 Aerosmith hit.
But we never knew anything about Aerosmith Walk This Way. We just liked their beats. So Rick goes, it would be a great idea for you guys to do this record.
It was the first time that somebody mixed peanut butter and chocolate. It was fun to be part of it.
After Walk This Way, Run DMC released just a few more records, but their rep as hip-hop royalty only grew. Then in 2002, DJ Jam Master Jay was tragically murdered in a Queens, New York recording studio.
Jay is not replaceable. Jay was the band. So without our band, without Jam Master Jay, there could never be a Run DMC record.
Recently, DMC has been seen on My Adoption Journey, a VH1 special chronicling his search for his biological mom. He also beat depression, an alcohol problem, and a vocal disorder to issue his first solo album in March 2006.
The music I'm doing now is about Daryl. I'm an alcoholic. I wrote a record about that. I found out that I was adopted. I wrote a record about that.
Rev Run, a.k.a. Joseph Simmons, is now an author, reality TV star, and an official member of the God Squad.
Here's how I look at it. Life gives to the giver and takes from the taker.
In 2005, Run released his first solo album, a throwback to Run DMC's pioneering rap rock sound.
People call us innovators or godfathers, and that's what was important about the legacy of that record. It gave birth to something that was real. Because if you look at hip-hop and rock and roll, it's all the same thing.
She had a bunch of hit songs already. But like a virgin, morphed Madonna from pop-tart to sexified star.
It was the beginning of something. It was just amazing. It was like the absolute ultimate statement of her persona.
It was really the one that broke her.
This song made everybody realize how much power she had. I mean, she created a culture. She created a trend.
What is it that you like about Madonna? The way she dresses, the way she sings, everything about her.
And then to seal the deal was a performance that she did at the MTV Music Awards. And that's it. It was all over.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, she's rolling around on the floor in a wedding dress.
I'm a very sexual person, and that comes through in my performing. And if that's what gets people to buy my records, then that's fine.
19 years later, Mo caused another stink at the 2003 VMAs, but this time she had help from some freaky-deaky friends.
Madonna passed on the scepter, if you will, with Like a Virgin by performing it with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera at the VMAs.
Today, Madonna is married with kids, living in England and rapidly approaching the big 5-0. But don't alert the AARP just yet.
You know what, Madonna, she really did get hotter and hotter.
She's still fantastic. Madonna kicks ass.
Sure, they were hard-living bad boys, but 1987's Sweet Child of Mine proved Guns N' Roses could be downright romantic.
I think that Sweet Child of Mine was a little bit on the softer side and a little gentler than say, some of the other ones.
I love listening to it. I love the sound of it, the way it starts, the vocals.
The song was really sweet. It wasn't scary.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Ever the sensitive guy, Axl Rose wrote Sweet Child of Mine for then-girlfriend Erin Everly.
There's no hidden secret in the story. It's a love song. It was about Erin.
The couple wed in 1990, only to split a year later amid rumors of spousal abuse.
That's one of the best sounding guitars I've ever heard to this day. I was proud of the guitar solo bits, and I thought the whole song sounded great. It was a great arrangement. And it was a huge kind of songwriting accomplishment for us.
Where do we go now? Where do we go? These days, the world still awaits Axl's new album, Chinese Democracy, which has been about a decade in the making. Until then, putting Sweet Child of Mine on repeat will just have to do.
I hated that song with a huge passion for the longest time. And it turned out to be our hugest hit, so it goes to show what I know.
The votes this hour, we salute the monster riffs of Judas Priest's Breaking the Law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Watch it.
In 1981, few acts were huger than the mighty Hall & Oates. I Can't Go For That cemented their awesomeness and proved once and for all, white guys had soul too.
First of all, the bass line was real soulful. These were some really soulful white boys. That beginning, man, and I thought the whole notes, I thought he was black.
Love me some Hall & Oates. It was almost like they were Laurel and Hardy. Daryl Hall had that blonde, slick back, like I'm really good looking. And then you had John Oates.
Oates kind of looked like a porn star.
My mustache has become some sort of weird, iconic symbol of the era, and I'm glad I don't have it anymore.
The tunes had all kinds of fans. It hit #1 on the pop and R&B charts and has been sampled by everyone from Simply Red to De La Soul.
It can be used in so many different ways. People have used it. I don't know how many times that song's been sampled.
I'll do anything that you want me to.
After a brief hiatus in the early 90s, Hall & Oates are back at it, recording, touring, and dealing with their status as an 80s guilty pleasure.
A lot of people kind of put us down a little bit as, we were these hit makers, but we didn't have any substance or whatever. But the reality of it is, those are the songs that have endured.
I can't go for that. No can do.
There's literally 10 or 15 Hall & Oates songs right now that you could put on and I would know every word.
In the end, I guess I feel really proud of that, so it's a good thing.
Was a pretty good year for Prince Rogers Nelson. He had a hit movie and soundtrack with Purple Rain, plus a #1 single with When Doves Cry.
Dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss.
He can rock really, really hard, or he can put out this most beautiful, heart-wrenching music, and that's a gorgeous song.
Total tearjerker and love song and sort of sexy at the same time.
From what I understand, he originally had a bass line for this song and took it out because it just had a better vibe like that.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Over the years, Prince has changed his name and ditched his record company, but he's still totally devoted to making incredible music.
Oh my God, I saw Prince not too long ago doing an incredible concert, and he's such a great artist.
He's a superstar, he's a celebrity, but above all things, he's a musician.
In the giant, glittery world of pop music, there's before Billie Jean and after Billie Jean, and Michael Jackson rode his 1983 hit into superstardom.
This to me is like the ultimate American 80s song.
First time you heard it, you had to hear it another 10 times. And it was so powerful.
But when it came out, people still didn't really have a concept that Michael had moved on from the Jackson 5 era. They kind of still imagined this afro-haired kid dancing around in front of his brothers looking cute.
Michael debuted the song on Motown's 25th anniversary TV special with a fancy little dance to go along with it.
He had the black pants on and the white shirt and the glove, and he moonwalked across that stage. It was like, man, it was the coolest thing you'd ever seen.
He brought out a new style of music. He brought out a new dance. He brought out a new look, all literally within one performance.
Michael's approaching 50 and living overseas. In recent years, his personal life has overshadowed his career, but there's no denying his musical legacy.
Michael Jackson has always been a true star. He owned it. He presented himself as a star. He lived it, he breathed it, and he delivered. And that I don't know that exists anymore.
Duran. 5 beautiful Brits whose Hungry Like the Wolf made them the premier pinups of 1982.
Hungry Like the Wolf is a great song.
Duran Duran, they were one of the quintessential icons of the 80s.
There was not a single high school girl at the time who was not obsessed with at least one member of Duran Duran.
You like Duran Duran? Yes, I love Simon.
They were like the male models of rock. They were like the perfect MTV stars. What more could you ask for?
Hi, we're Duran Duran. Keep watching MTV for more of our videos.
Simon Le Bon turns over the table slow motion, and it's like, whoa. And then they're like, that was such a good shot. Let's show it 4 more times.
Duran Duran mania dimmed after their mid-'80s heyday. Some band members left to do their own thing, while others remained to put out an occasional album. Finally, in 2002, the original lineup reunited.
And I think it's great that they're making records and touring. I think it's fantastic. They're a great band.
Still good looking after all this time, so, you know, lucky for them.
Production issues and drummer Rick Allen's car crash set Def Leppard's Hysteria album back about 3 years, but this 1987 pop metal classic made it worth the wait.
Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me, great song, lots of fun. We were all Def Leppard Hysteria maniacs at that point.
Pour some sugar on me.
It's one of the standout records of the entire 1980s. It just sits up and just oozes out of the speakers at you.
Lyrically, I mean, it's so sexually innuendo-laden, it's insane.
It was supposed to be total sex. You got the peaches, I got the cream. I'm not talking about fruit salads, you know what I mean?
If you take sugar, 1 lump or 2.
It was the stripper's anthem. I mean, it really was.
It's stripper music. Chicks like to dance to Def Leppard. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Def Leppard never stopped making quality rock. Today they're on tour, in the studio, and still giving fans a sugar rush.
It's really fun to play, and it was also a really fun record to make.
It's always well received on stage. As soon as the crowd starts singing, it's like, this is why it was written.
You voted a #1 song of the 80s. In 1986, Jersey Boys Bon Jovi gave us Livin' on a Prayer, an everyman anthem about the saga of Tommy and Gina.
Ooh, that's a good song.
If I hear the opening bars to that song, I immediately want to stand up on a tabletop and super rock. Because it's exciting. There's hope.
The song helped make Slippery When Wet the #1 hard rock album of 1987. Good thing it made the final cut.
I truly didn't think Living on a Prayer was good enough to make the record.
When I just looked at him, I said, John, that might have been the best song we've ever written so far. That's a #1 song.
Goes to show what I knew.
In the 2 decades since Prayer, Bon Jovi's kept releasing hit albums and touring the world. And these days, guitarist Richie Sambora stars in the tabloids, while John is bringing his fine 40-something face to the silver screen.
John's looking good today. I know he's got his fray in all sorts of different things. I think he's not only doing rock, he's doing country. He's got an arena football team. He is still the ladies' man.
Even though he's gone off to do the acting things on the side, he knows he belongs on the stage in front of a wall of marshals.
Together, Bon Jovi keeps rocking sold-out stadiums, and Living on a Prayer is always guaranteed to please.
If you look up anthem in the dictionary, it's Living on a Prayer. It was written to be sung along with in stadiums, and it is to this day.
chose them, we counted them down, and now the list has come to an end. But as long